Alrighty guys, I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm gonna try to do this as best I can here. So, welcome one and all here on this, whatever day it is, and I don't quite care. But anyway, we're gonna be doing some D&D right now, and I am gonna show you, obviously I'm in the Roku interface currently right now, so if I'll go down and I'll just do some stuff here. I'll go into anything. What time is it currently? Yeah, it's almost time. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into Philo. And what I'll do is I'll just go into the into the live section. And I'll show it to you currently. And the nice thing about this is you can see I'm basically just scrolling down. Scrolling down. There's all kinds of channels and stuff. Let me go to Hulu. So
Launching
basically,
Hulu.
yeah, it's gonna say launching Hulu. Click launch. You don't have to, but I would. So I'm just waiting for everyone to get in on the chat. I don't know. So I'm gonna exit that out. And we're going to do screen share. So let's go ahead and set this guy up. Get in here. Yo, what's up?
Oh, not much.
What you been up to?
Pain.
Why? What'd you do to yourself?
I played a game.
So, what game did you play?
Some game hell-bent on making me, ram my knee into the wall.
That's not good. Must have hurt like hell, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what hurts more, playing the game or ramming my knee into the wall.
Oh, I would say, I don't know, man. It depends how bad the game was. I mean, really.
It's a great game, it's just really difficult.
Yeah.
You're all gonna die.
Pretty much.
Probably.
Oh. I see, so we just got we got the worst people here.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, bitches, let's get down to business.
What the hell is that, man? What you up
The
to?
ball joins in.
Oh, yes.
Oh, hello, cauliflower.
We're
Cauliflower?
missing Athena. She's not here to ruin it yet.
I had things planned for her.
Is she there with you, or what's up?
Maybe in this game session she'll stop being evil female Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
Why Stephen Hawking? what does she have in common?
Right
now she's just paralyzed.
Yeah.
Okay, fair point.
And she's talking about how the world's gonna end. Except in this case, she'll probably be the one to make the world fucking end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds like it, honestly.
I have things. I do have a scene that does have to do. Well, first off, I just want to point out she's apparently online. She's just not in the call.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd point that out.
Well, you know she can't use Discord.
That's true.
Also, guys, do I sound any different? Because I'm using a different mic.
Yeah.
What mic are you using?
You sound
Sound
like
a lot clearer.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, but you're
It's a lot more focused. The's a lot less background noise, but it's also a lot more muffled.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. It's
What
cool.
about now?
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
that's
better.
better.
Yeah,
That's
because
better.
I got earbuds plugged in and they got a third pole mic on it. And the reason there's less background noise is because I'm chilling out in the house waiting on my aunt and my cousin to get back. When they get back, I'm gonna head back outside. You know what sucks?
What's that?
I
Nigel's
need to
dead.
get a shower and I can't because the water's been out since yesterday.
Oh.
And
Wait,
it's-
you were serious about the water
Yeah.
break?
yeah. As
Oh.
it turns out, and I'm sorry I sent the message twice. It said it didn't go through both times, but
Hey,
hate
Xander,
it.
guess what I got, dude?
yeah.
Hello,
here's what
Audrey.
happened.
Guess what I got, bro?
You know, I
Hello?
saw
Here's the reason.
Hello, Athena. Who will you annoy and/or anger today?
probably everyone.
Well, because here's what's happened. Well, because here's why the water's out. So AEP was trying to put in an extra, well, for another electrical pole down on Greenbrier Street, and they, as it turns out, drilled right into the main.
Alright.
And it's
Oh.
not just at my house, my aunt's house. It's all across this part of Charleston. Coal Fork, Tad, Pinch, all kinds of areas around here. No water.
God.
We've had to get to the point
Yeah,
where we're being resourceful. I mean, we filled the animals up with 4 bottles of water, and we're actually using the dehumidifier to flush the toilet.
Nice.
Wow.
By the way,
Must be
Xander,
pretty fucking humid over there.
That
It's,
sucks,
well,
You know, that's
we
pretty
typically-
creative, but
Well, it wasn't my idea. It was actually my mom's. We've had a dehumidifier running for several years in our basement because it's really humid there, and it's a good thing that mom put it up on a milk crate because it started flooding.
that's not good.
man, you guys would probably want to be here. We've had a heavy fucking thunderstorm
I know.
like every
I
other
had
day.
one last night.
I did too. In fact, I was working on making my first game, and in the middle of it, we had a power surge.
I don't know.
Oh.
The power hardly ever goes out. It'll flicker off. Everything will shut off and turn back on. But
you
it'll
know,
do that.
It's one of those things where it doesn't happen, like it barely happens at all, but there's that 0.1% chance.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
always see my window is made out of like fucking soundproofing material because I won't know that the thunderstorm is happening until
Until the
the
power goes
fucking
out?
power goes out.
Yeah.
I can hardly hear the thunder or anything.
Man, on the other hand, the reason we call it a basement, it's just a ground level cement room. It's because it's flooding because the ditch line behind it's flooded, so we're gonna have to clear that out in a couple weeks. But where was I? Of course, we're in a valley, and so darn near every time there's a storm, the power goes out. Last time it was out for a bit over a day, but also, our house has very little insulation, and my window, it's technically a double pane window, but it's 2 separate panes of glass, about a 2-inch gap.
Yeah.
And I got a window air conditioner installed there, along with on the other sides we're bracing it with plywood, duct tape, and positive thinking.
Man.
Xander,
But,
guess what I did over
I
the
don't
weekend?
know what's the stronger of the three, honestly.
Xander,
Well,
guess
well,
what I
it's-
got set up?
Well, it's largely just a mix of that stuff, and it's just because it doesn't spread wide enough.
Yeah.
For that. Mom's, on the other hand, because my window's open vertically, the living room window, the bottom half of it opens horizontally, the top half just doesn't open. So she's able to just sandwich her air conditioner in, and she doesn't even need to use anything around it because it fits in perfectly. But it's also one of the newer ones with a fancy remote control and stuff. Mine, I prefer mine because it's got an actual thermostat knob, a fan speed switch, a power switch, and I keep the GFCI plug in at my bed, so I got a handy bedside power switch.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, Xander, guess what I did?
Am I the only person
What?
that did
I
any of
finally
that?
got a Roku, and we cut the cord.
Fancy schmancy.
Yep.
On the other hand, we're still trying to get internet. Well, we're gonna have to actually because Mom's going back to online college at what is it?
Marshall.
Bridge Valley Community and Technical College. That's
Cool.
where she's going back to school at. And I'm also really mad at our dog.
Why?
Don't be rude to dogs.
What'd the dog do?
We got a new laptop charger 4 days ago, and guess where we found it?
Where?
In her
Where?
mouth.
You know,
Chewed up in bits behind the
That's your fault.
love seat because Mom had it sitting up on the. That's Mom's fault.
Oh my God,
She
dude.
left it up on the piano.
What
The
the hell?
cats knocked it off. And right after Mom got a nice laptop case, we're gonna have to get
Oh, it was-
another charger for $20.
It was a dual operation. The cat was the instigator. And the
God.
dog
Yes.
was the
Cat.
culprit.
so something I'd like to say
Plural.
is yesterday I saw a trailer, one of the only trailers I've seen in a YouTube ad that I've actually cared about. It's a very uplifting trailer, and it actually reminded me of Athena. Essentially,
I don't know if that's supposed to be a compliment or not.
it
we'll
is
see.
most okay.
Yeah,
so
we would definitely see.
it's this movie. The movie's called Greenland, right? So these people, they tune into some news station because they're gonna look at, an asteroid or comet, a comet that's supposed to break up in the atmosphere and all that sort of shit. And the comic's called Clark.
Oh,
The part
well,
that
that-
reminded me. The other part that reminded me of Athena is, and this is where the uplifting part comes in. It doesn't break up in the atmosphere. It smashes right into Florida. Half the United States is basically just gone. And then they learn that there are like 100 more of those. And I thought it was going to turn into an alien invasion movie, but the whole movie is like there's this big bunker complex in Greenland
yeah.
that everybody's trying to get to. The military got this whole operation where they're evacuating people, and then people start flooding into air bases. They end up blowing up one of the transports because it wouldn't let them go on it, which is
Yeah.
kind of counterproductive. But it's a whole thing about the world ending. So it involves Clark, and the world literally burns. In fact, one of my favorite scenes was where this kid asks his dad, like, "Hey, why is the fucking sky on fire?" And he can sort of see the shockwave from one of the comet impacts. So it involves the world dying, the sky being on fire, and Clark.
yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that
Thoughts.
reminded me of Athena. Yeah, that
It
reminded
does.
Yeah.
Especially when we think back and Athena's solution to almost being killed by an assassin is to summon and get possessed by a godlike spiritual being that may or
Yeah.
may not be slowly taking
Yep.
over her mind.
One thing I will give Athena. One thing I'm gonna give Athena. I'll give her a bit of a break there because I'm kind of the alternative was pretty much death.
Yeah, pretty much.
There might have been something else she could do, but realistically, you have this thing that everyone's telling you not to break, and you're
Don't
about to
break it.
die.
Don't do it.
Although that also being said, she didn't break it.
No.
So I guess she
Exactly.
kind of took people's advice, but
I mean,
There's a difference. It's now
'cause-
in the chest.
now it's just part of her. you know?
it was still arrogant. But you know what? Given the
It was not
circumstances,
arrogant. It was
given-
protection.
given the
It was
circumstances,
Come on now.
I'll give her a break. Now I'm gonna give her even less of
Yeah.
a break because it just so happened that thing possessed her body, and
Yeah.
Don't worry, Athena has a very
And
wise
has-
plan. That
has
may
a
or may not
Lord.
get
has a this thing also has a vendetta against literally every living thing that has built something ever.
yeah.
Well, stop
Because-
building
Yo,
stuff.
guys, I'm gonna
Because
go
Nate-
grab something to eat. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll just go. Let's just go around the world and tell everyone to stop building things.
Yeah, let's go all
God.
around, nuke every town.
No, that's literally what he wanted to do.
Holy shit.
And here soon, that's probably going to be literally what Athena's going to want to do.
Maybe.
That's not.
Hang on,
what
is that a
Athena
thunderstorm?
did.
Maybe.
That's a very wise plan.
Okay,
a very wise
Holy
plan.
well, whenever you finally get your polio cured, we might get to hear that plan.
Oh, it's not a thunderstorm, it's just the air. I couldn't tell if there was a thunderstorm outside or if that was just my aunt's central air.
Speaking of Athena, I think it is time that we continue on our
Yes.
quest. Okay.
Yay. Is Athena
So-
I'm just interested to see how I'm gonna get resurrected.
Funny you'd say that. So, in an area unknown to everyone, Nigel opens his eyes. He looks around and he sees that everything around him looks to be just a cloudy sky. Everything around him, including the ground.
Oh.
But he is not falling.
Did that plea with the devil where he could take my sister work or not?
he also looks around and he comes to the realization that he does not feel dead right now. Doesn't mean he's not, but he doesn't feel like it.
Whoa. Am I alive? Or am I dead? I don't know, and I don't care. It's blissful here.
You are
And it just
both,
starts raining.
kind of. And as he,
I'm speaking as Nigel.
yeah, I know. And I was speaking as a different character.
Also, what? Just this
He-
random.
Yeah,
voice,
it's
like,
a
random-
voice that says both. And as Nigel looks straight in front of him, he notices a well-dressed man in a blue suit sitting at a table. And Nigel also notices that he is also sitting at this table. And they're just, like, floating in the sky, maybe. That's what it looks like.
This is one of my weirdest acid trips.
Oh, it is certainly not a trip.
Okay, fine. Give me the lowdown. How did I survive? I sacrificed myself for my friends. Blah blah blah. Just tell me all that stuff once I can order a couple more Dragon Daniels.
Well, you see, you did die. It's just your soul hasn't completely passed on yet. See, this place is between life and death, the different realms, you know. It's kind of a complicated thing, but yeah.
I haven't crossed the river Styx yet, have I?
No. Not quite yet. You see, you were on your way there, but I had to stop you.
What? Do you want my contact info so you can take a loan out and never pay it back?
No,
You
not
want to rape my children?
quite. Definitely not that second one. See,
Well, that's good because I don't have any children.
I am what you could call an observer. I view everything around the realm of the living. And I'm quite interested in your little group.
We're just a bunch of adventurers just traveling through the land, just doing whatever we can to survive, get to the next town, taking jobs as necessary. Nothing about us. We're just standard. Albeit with Athena and that weird thing she's got, and all the crystals and stuff, and fucking Dacius with that caravan. How the hell did we get that thing anyway?
Oh, yes. You are quite entertaining to watch. But that's not really enough for me to bring you here. You see, and from behind him, there is a well-dressed woman who appears, holding what appears to be a mirror, and she places it down on the table. This is the Mirror of Fate. It shows me everything that is going to happen. I am well aware of your journey and where it will go.
Nigel just glances into the mirror and just remarks to himself, I didn't shave today, did I? Also, where is everyone else?
Oh, they're still alive.
No, I mean in real life, like nobody else still is talking.
Oh, it's because they can't talk. They're not in this realm.
Well, I know. Well, I just mean like nobody's just like I can't even hear breathing. It just sounds like it's just both of us on a direct call or something.
Oh no, everyone's still here.
Yeah, they're just wondering who this dude is with this mirror.
Well, you guys, of course, canonically don't see this.
No,
Yeah.
no, they don't have any idea of what's going on.
Ow! I just kicked the table.
You see, despite knowing about the fate of the world, you all are determined to change it. I'm going to be honest. I'm quite intrigued.
Intrigued as you may be, I don't really think there's anything to go on about. The one who's I'm not really anyway, just trying to change the world. I'm just trying to just exist as a fairly peaceful dragonborn with a few issues.
Well,
the one I'm thinking is trying to change the world most would be Gander, and that's because he supposedly, I'm not doubting this. I mean, I saw him, and if you're observers, you probably saw him too, just coming from that flash of light in the trees. After I got ran over, I should be able to see that anyway. But regardless, I'm not gonna question it. But he's here trying to save the future and trying to make things a bit less dystopian.
yes, he is the original who wanted to change fate. But it seems you all, despite knowing it or not, have all wanted to change fate as well. Take you, for example. You died. You didn't even kill that guy who was about to kill your friends. But you sacrificed yourself anyway in some feeble attempt.
That's because I was on something, so I couldn't really kill him that much. My aim was terrible, but nonetheless, I was conscious enough to realize it's either I sacrifice myself to save my friends, or we all just fucking die.
And that interests me. I never get to talk to mortals much. I never get to talk to anybody much.
So what, are you saying he's not mortal?
You see that...
No, I'm mortal. She doesn't get to talk to anybody much, Audrey.
Because he's pulling, this being that's pulling souls in between the afterlife.
You're trying to tell me he's not mortal? Oh my god!
Guys, okay, I just realized what I said.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta save this for Athena. I find that very intriguing. Because
it's just simply self-sacrifice, you know. They're my friends, and as I said right before I did it, you know, they're the only friends I've really ever had. I'm a dragonborn. I stand out from most of the universe. It's hard to make friends, much less the people who, you know, you travel several hundred miles with in a caravan. Well, of course, I think it's only travel like 10, 15 miles or something, but still, we did have some good times together. A little bit. Shut up, eBay. I don't give two craps that you think I should buy a Laserdisc player.
What's an eBay?
Yes, that's
I didn't say that.
I know.
eBay. It's my wife.
Oh.
Yeah. A little more about that wife that started humping a tree in my yard. Her name's eBay.
Oh, you didn't know they were married? Yeah, they got married. I mean, they sent you a letter. I don't know if you... It's been a while since I've looked back through the Mirror of Fate that far. I don't know if you saw that. But...
Man, next they're gonna be nicking him for child support.
That's what the letter was. It like cuts to that point in the mirror, and Nigel's looking in the mirror, and like it shows inside the letter, and it's them asking for 100 gold from him.
God.
I'm not
100
child support.
100 gold every
You left me with the children. I'm not paying child support to you, and I'm gonna take care of these little air raid sirens.
every 100 lunar cycles. They want 100 gold.
Yes. He's
It's gotta
just
be.
like-
It's gonna be like a modern document, but it has all these fantasy names and months and stuff.
Yeah, like
Was this
like Nigel's like, I'm glad I died now.
Tasha,
Maybe that
you
was my
committed to this?
intent. I joined these people so I could die and not to pay child support every 100 lunar cycles. That's the whole point.
You see, you have caught me in a pretty good mood. So, I will offer
well, if you are, well then, would you like to try a dragon on for size?
I will offer you something that I don't offer most. You could move on to the afterlife in whichever realm the gods decide you belong to.
The gods!
Or you could stay here with me and we could watch your group's adventures together.
Or he could go back to the normal world.
Well, he's not guaranteed to go back to the normal world, just whatever world the gods decide to put him. Which could be
I
the
don't
normal
know.
world.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm leaning more and more towards this going with you because I know we're going to be watching them for my friends. But I know with the gods, they might reincarnate me as a dragon. They might reincarnate me as a flower. They might send me to be a slave to Hades for all I know. I mean, I wasn't the most wholesome creature in my life. I mean, for God's sake,
gonna be
I drank a
I'm-
bunch of Dragon Daniels. And
I'm gonna be
also ate some Quaaludes.
I will
although the
be
Quaaludes
I
didn't
will
have the
be completely transparent with you, even though they're not gonna like this very much. The gods are more likely to make you a servant of hell instead of reincarnating. They don't really like the whole reincarnation thing that much.
I know. I've read the stories, and heck, I mean, I was able to somehow, when I was alive, coax Hades into talking to my great grandmother, and all I heard was screaming and "Please stop!
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Are we
I don't
talking
want
about
to
the
get
Greek
spikes
gods?
jammed up there."
We're talking about gods.
We're talking about the Greek gods.
I don't know.
They may or may not be named.
I
Some
will
of them
say-
may or may not share names of Greek gods.
I would love
I
that.
will
Regardless, I
say
think-
what I will say, Xander, is that would make for a hell of an interesting story. You know.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, this
good.
is a serious decision here. Like, does he want to go to whichever afterlife the gods choose for him, or does he want to stay with this dude who I'm just going to call the observer right now, and watch the others continue their adventures?
you know what? I already miss my friends. I wanna see them again. I probably won't be able to interact with them, of course, but I'd like to at least be able to see them on their adventures.
Yes. Sorry, I'm just very excited. I'm pretty lonely here. You see, she never talks. He's pointing to the well-dressed lady who has a very deadpan expression on her face. She never ever says a word, and I'm gonna be honest, it kind of freaks me out sometimes. So I'd really like it if you could stay.
Well,
Ju-
if you
just
say
for-
it
just
that
for a
way,
while.
then I'll stay.
Oh
Holy
yes.
crap, is that a thunder? Is that? Hang on. I'm
Yes,
leaning
we're
out.
gonna have sleepovers. We're gonna stay up past bedtime.
Yeah, we're gonna
Hang on.
stay up past bedtime and watch a mirror. Oh, it's gonna be great.
I thought I heard it raining. This house is weird, man. There's nobody else here.
Getting haunted.
I'm haunted.
Your
I'm
house
gonna
is
grab a
haunted.
snack.
I'm possessed.
Okay, cool. So, so Nigel decides to sit down
And I'm back.
with the observer and begins watching. And as he looks into the mirror, we're cutting back to what's currently going on.
You
So-
gotta play like the little bells and harps and stuff as the camera pans
Yeah.
slowly into the mirror.
Yeah. As it's going in, it's showing inside the caravan where everybody looks miserable, except for Athena, who looks annoyed.
Annoyed that everyone else is miserable.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
You have too high standards.
Yeah, what you said the last time last session was also kind of terrible.
I don't remember what I said.
You like Gander and everyone, especially Gander, were really torn up about Nigel dying, and then Athena was like, "I mean, I know he died, but you don't have to be like that." And then
Yeah.
Gander screamed at her because she's
It's
being
okay.
stupid.
You know, Athena's a
And I
terrible
just-
person.
Yeah.
Me and the observer were just sitting there at
okay.
that random.
It's okay. It's not like he's never gonna come back and he's dead forever. Jeez.
It's okay.
Don't gotta be
Yeah,
a
it's
drama
okay.
queen about it. He's fucking
I mean-
dead. He
I
was
mean, while
incinerated by a
everybody's
demon
doing
laser.
this, like while everybody's doing this in the van, I just glanced over at the observer and like, that one, and I just point to Athena. I want her to die.
Oh my god,
I-
dude.
I'm sorry that I don't have that power. I can't interfere with any of this. I mean,
Well, it's okay
I can
anyways,
a little
because-
bit. Like I can tap it, and like the things that I tap can sort of feel it. I don't know. It's kind of fun.
Well, nah, I mean, I'd keep her alive anyways, just to see how she manages to screw things up.
I mean, do you want to try it? Do you want to try it out? You want to like and he like taps on the mirror where Athena is, and Athena like jumps because she feels something poking her, but there's nothing there.
Oh no, let's do it to Gander.
Ow!
It's like, do you want to try it?
Try some of this, boy.
Sure, and I just point to Gander.
Oh, here.
Try some of this, boy.
What was that?
Who is poking me? Who is poking me?
I swear, if this
No, you didn't
caravan
get touched,
is,
Audrey.
if this no, it was the observer did. He stopped.
damn.
Yeah, no, I was asking who poked me. That's what Athena was asking.
Nobody.
Gander.
Nobody's poking you, Athena. I think you've gone crazy.
Shut up, Lashana.
I'll do what I want.
I will. Ugh.
We need
I'm
to
so paralyzed.
we need to get Lashana to a cleric. Unfortunately,
Our only cleric we scared off.
Hey, bring us back,
We
and
just-
I have an idea. I can be friends with you.
yeah, scared. Yeah, we'll come back there.
Yes, go back there.
we have
Sorry,
to we have to go back down that way anyways to tell the
That's true. We have to-
adventurer guy.
Yeah, here I forget his name. I remember Mariella called him his first name, and he didn't like. That's right.
Didn't you write it down?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did. I wrote down all the main stuff.
Yeah.
His name. She called him Cudge because that's his first name.
But he's a sophisticated man, so he probably
Yes.
goes by his last name,
Yes, which is Bronnier.
Bronnier.
Yeah, Bronnier.
That sounds French.
Cudge Bronnier. Cudge Bronnier.
Well, anyways,
So they're making their way back into Concord. Everyone is in a bad mood.
Yeah.
how's the leg holding up, Lashana?
It's fine.
She's
Wait,
like-
really?
she grabs it with one hand, lifts it up towards the sky, lets go of it, and flops down on the floor as she says,
It's fine. Don't bother
Yeah.
me.
"It's fine," as she shows it's completely broken.
It's fine, as it's bent backwards.
Yeah.
All right, well, it doesn't look too fine.
How would you know?
It doesn't look
click
like you
over-
can even move the thing. It doesn't even look like it's connected to your body.
I just glance over at the observer. It's like, I've seen girls with their feet near their ears before, but not like that.
Yeah, her bone is pretty much almost gone. Pretty
I
much
can
that.
see that.
Yeah, that dude, he hit her pretty hard.
I was there.
Yeah.
Of course, I was also mostly drunk, but I know that much.
Oh, hey, we can get some drinks. he looks at the lady and she just nods, and she goes off into the endless abyss of clouds, and then comes back with some Dragon Daniels.
God.
Sounds
Well,
like
I
fun.
think-
Hold off. It's like I'm actually gonna hold off on mine.
All right, well, we'll just leave the bottles here on the table just in case you want some.
You know,
Oh, believe me, I'll get blackout drunk later on. Let's just hope that that random bit of magic that we saw with Gander in that restaurant.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing really up here. The worst I could do would just be nuke the mirror.
Did Athena tell them about Sarsis being an assassin?
Not yet.
no, she hasn't really gotten to that part. You know, it's funny you say that. I was about to sit there and ask. So, Athena,
What?
why did you
Let him
integrate?
So remember our waitress at the one place where you almost killed Gander?
God, maybe.
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
really remember anything from that.
She had like that weird freaking scar on her face.
Yeah, I felt real bad for her.
Why'd you feel bad for her? She tried to kill me.
What?
Yeah, she's part of the Shadow Assassin League or whatever, so I let him out because she was like,
Wait,
Daisy,
what?
Yeah, Daisy is. he
just responds with, like, "What's going on, man?"
Taking it all in for a second before immediately turning around. What?
yeah, did I tell you? I forgot. I forgot about that.
God, you should have told me to flip over the whole table.
Oh, don't get angry with me.
Might have
I didn't
kept
know
her there longer.
I didn't know she was part of I didn't know she was an assassin.
Oh my God, that star! It was
Yeah,
it was a
that's
tattoo.
her.
Motherfucker!
Do not cuss at me, young sir.
I'm not cussing at you.
I will say, just to be the 100% clear on what it is, a brand. Like it isn't just a tattoo.
Yeah, I know.
It was a full-on brand over her
Yeah,
eye.
good.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah.
Oh yes, they
So,
brand her, and
they're
it
following us.
just says meh.
Nah. It's the death word.
Yes.
Right.
Every time she flips her hair, everyone dies.
Every time she. That's her secret power. She didn't want to have to use it in her fight against Athena.
And when Dacius uses his that thing for the first time, he's just probably just watch. He's gonna think back and be like, "I'm emulating that waitress, aren't I?"
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
Oh my
it's funny.
God.
You know, it's funny. He still hasn't used his spell where he can flip off the enemy to learn its weakness.
Yeah, I keep. You know what? I keep forgetting I have it. Like, that probably would have been so useful. Although, thinking back, that holy water, you know, whenever the holy water was destroyed, and you told me it was one of the cultists, that kind of hinted to me like, oh, it probably would have worked then if we got rid of the cultists first.
I will say, I will be completely transparent.
Wait,
if that
hang on.
hit, it would have worked.
God
It's
damn it!
back. It's back a little bit.
Oh,
I don't know if it's safe or not, but the shower's dripping, the toilet's running, and if I turn the sink on,
Well, I mean,
I don't know if I should drink it, but hey.
But hey, what do
a
you
little
know?
red never hurt anybody.
well, no, I mean, this is non-canonic, of course, but I think the water's partially back anyway.
But
Yeah,
hey,
well, yeah,
what do you know?
I know you like.
In
I know-
canon,
I know
heaven had a water main break.
in purgatory.
Anyway,
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So Gander, after hearing this, is like he's still like he doesn't really see the big deal. And I'm going to put this out there because I think Athena forgot, but that's okay because in
Yeah.
universe there was only just like a brief mention. Sarsis did hint that the one out of the group she hates the most is Gander because of his accidental spell. Her poison didn't work.
yeah.
Oh well, you know, maybe I'm gonna change that too, Dacius.
Hey,
And-
I there's she said other things, but like I was kind of like trying to focus on her and this demon thingy, and then something about poison.
God,
and
did you
then-
fucking burn her?
No, she ran away.
God damn it!
And Daisy bangs the dashboard.
And
Son of a
apparently she can see
fucking
invisible
bitch.
people or something.
Oh, hopefully she'll be seeing the people of the fucking damned.
Okay, let's not get too angry.
Yeah, you're right. Let's not get too angry.
Let's keep our minds clear over here, Dacius.
Yeah, I wanna keep her mind clear,
some
especially
Drano,
her
dude.
head
Keep it
physically
clear.
empty.
Did you guys
God.
hear where Apple's ditching using Intel processors and going over to their custom ARM SoCs?
Who cares? I don't use Apple.
I kind of just wanted her to capture me.
Oh.
You know how much
Oh, here
easier
we
that
go.
trip would have been?
Well, maybe if you wanted her to capture you, you shouldn't have released that demon.
But she was going to kill me. I didn't say I wanted to be killed. I said I wanted to be captured.
And you think she was just going to listen to you?
No, that's why I got out the fire demon.
I have
oh my
a
god,
name.
dude.
If we're going to be stuck together, you could at least
Ah.
learn the name.
Sorry, I
Oh.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Okay, why is everyone so mad at me today?
Gander like gives Athena the side eye as he like slightly tilts his head back to look at her and then just goes back to looking outside.
Oh, right, I remember. Gander, you're hated.
What?
I remember something about poison and she's hating you, for some reason because of pure. I don't remember.
And then Mariella's eyes
Yeah.
widened. I knew it!
What did you know, and why didn't you tell
knew
us?
something was. I sensed something after Gander used his magic on the food. Something changed. If it was normal food, that shouldn't have happened. Maybe a few things would have been a little different. But I knew it. She poisoned it. That's what the difference was. If Gander hadn't done that, we would all be dead.
Thanks, Gander. We love you.
Yeah, dude.
Lucky she didn't poison the damn drinks. Idiot.
She was actually kind of sad that she didn't.
Oh, I bet she was. Would have ordered a few more.
Yeah.
Well, Dacius, chill out.
What?
Chill. But
We're gonna go back to the Adventurers Guild. Make sure all the curtains are closed.
Yes.
The caravan,
Wait.
please.
does Athena have her mag? Is Athena unparalyzed?
No. No, whole
Come on.
day! Whole day!
Come on.
This is the way to balance Ifrit.
Okay, but wasn't it sunset when we left?
No.
No.
Sunset. I don't remember.
No,
No.
the everything went dark for a second because, I summoned a fucking black hole.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
I remember
And
that.
also
'cause-
because of the whole demon dragon fight. Things aren't really gonna look too peachy whenever you're fighting, a literal demon dragon.
Mm.
So are y'all gonna carry me in there?
To the Adventurers Guild?
Yeah. I'm not staying in here by myself.
Why do you want to? Ah.
they all turn and look at her with an annoyed look.
What?
Why would we carry you in?
Cause I
Shut
can't
up,
walk.
Caulifla.
Come on now.
So then what use would you be in that Adventurers Guild? All we're doing is we're telling that guy that the job is done.
Yeah.
'Cause I
And
don't
then
wanna
we're
be left
out.
Because I don't want to be left out.
We'll only be in there for like a minute, maybe more.
Two
And-
we're not
hours
gonna be-
later.
We're not gonna be in.
Yes,
Why?
please.
As soon as I hear her whining, I just start chugging the Dragon Daniels.
Ah,
yeah,
yeah,
like
buddy.
just takes a second, swiftly grabs the bottle and starts gulping it down.
Chugging it like it's a root beer.
Dacius,
Or no, chugging it like it's water.
Gander,
Ifrit,
I've got it.
stop saying that name.
Ifrit's my friend. You cannot make me.
The demon.
He is not a demon.
Celestial spirit, to be exact.
Yeah, he just is a astral spirit.
Oh, he's a celestial something, right? He's a celestial something, all right.
I can
He's a
not wait
celestial
until I get
SOB.
Magic back, dude.
Okay.
Ooh, I wonder what would happen if I... Never mind. Ooh, I'll save that. That's a really good idea. Ooh,
That's a really good idea.
Given your
Yeah.
reputation, Andre, that does not bode well for any of
no,
us.
Yes.
No, it's a really good idea.
What's
it's
that?
a really good idea.
Yeah, so was your
Oh,
last
yes.
one.
No, it's a
Yes,
really good idea.
so is your last one. Straight up.
I love this.
You have
All right. I
to
think I'm gonna go a bit faster. We need to get there.
That's what
I don't
she
like
I
said.
need
this
to be on
fucking
paralyzed.
town.
Dacius.
Is Daisy just ignoring her?
Yes.
He's just like, I don't care.
This is
Yes.
Christina in her head. Ifrit,
Okay.
help me. How can I take charges when I'm not going to be there?
Well,
Should I demand that someone stays
Wait,
there? Fine,
Gander already. I'm just gonna say this like as a thing. Gander did sort of grudgingly agree that he would take you in, didn't he?
yeah,
Oh, he
so-
did. Oh, yay.
yeah. But I think
But
let's
she's
let's kind of reword it just to be like she wants to take charge,
yeah.
but everyone's kind of annoyed at her. They're less likely to follow orders than they were before.
Yeah.
And that was already a 50-50.
Yeah.
Ifrit, I'm not a good... I can't.
But you are royalty.
Just
It's
because
in-
I'm royalty doesn't mean anything.
It's in your blood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like, I'm scared. These people don't want to take orders from me. I'm not in my home plane.
Well,
You're in your home helicopter instead.
perhaps instead of trying to get them to listen to you, maybe you should make it so they have to.
The befriending charm?
Yes.
Try telling someone with a higher
Authority.
what you want, and they will be forced to follow.
I don't get it.
And when she says that, the mind connection goes away and she's back. Oh! Sorry. I'm still getting used to this. This is a new... I've never been fused with a mortal before.
And I've never been fused with a demon. No offense. I mean,
I'm
a
not...
celestial spirit.
Yes, thank you.
I've never been forced to be... I've never...
Call me by my proper title.
If I want to have private thoughts, how can I have
That's
private
awesome.
thoughts with you in my head?
Well, you can't.
Oh, God.
I can't help that.
Whoa! Is there like a mind button I can press whenever I want to have private thoughts?
No, I don't want to know all your thoughts either. There have been a few things that you have thought about in the past. I don't know how long has he been with her, like a few hours.
Yeah, about a few hours.
And these past few hours that I do not want to remember, but thanks to you, I'm forced to.
Oh, and thanks
Such
to
as,
you.
when will Summer's Eve be invented?
Ugh. Ifrit. Who would be a higher authority?
And by the way, I hope she's saying all this out loud now, so everyone heard that, but of course they don't know what she meant. So, does anybody want to speak up about that? Or
No,
are
not
they
really.
so angry with her that the rest of them just ignore?
I'm kind of thinking Dacius is both pretty sure she's going insane and, angry.
Yeah, Gander's just completely ignoring her at this point. He's very angry.
Okay, look.
What about Lashana? What does Lashana do? Does Lashana do anything, or is she just messing with her broken leg?
Wait, what?
She's ignoring. She's talking to her boyfriend.
I am not right now. He was busy.
Well, pay attention.
Ooh, you finally found somebody.
Yes,
I'm
you
just-
don't get to meet him, Xander.
I'm just gonna.
I don't
I'll
want
just send him
to.
his number.
I can buy things on Amazon just like
Exactly.
you. Dan.
Amazon's awesome.
Whatever.
I'm just
No, she
imagining.
bought him at camp.
Honestly,
I'm-
why
I'm
would you
just
want to not
imagining,
buy on buy
I'm
anything on
I'm just
Amazon?
imagining
Amazon's awesome.
Lashana, the reason why she's not paying attention is because she's flopping around her broken leg.
Yeah, flopping around her broken.
So interested in the fact she can't move it.
And you just hear nothing but just
No,
Best
constant
thing ever.
slapping sounds on the caravan floorboards.
I'm imagining
Right on
in
your-
her. I'm imagining in her mind she's thinking, I wonder how I can use this as a weapon.
And meanwhile, while she's playing with it, all you hear is just,
yeah.
and it just keeps flopping into the caravan floor.
Like Harry was messing with his arm after Lockhart removed his bones.
That's great.
Which lady? How close are we?
We're
That's it. I
Pretty
want Tessa's
close.
broken leg to randomly
We're
hit
about-
somebody.
Nice.
Okay, look. I don't want to say this, but I feel it's right. So
What is
this
it?
I guess it's gonna be sincere. But look, this is just not normal. I'm sorry, and I apologize for making you all angry. And I know losing Nigel is a big thing, but I cannot put my words into words.
Okay, listen, Athena. All
I'll
right.
try to do better. There you go.
If you can just
Die.
Stop. Right. If you could just stop. If
And
you can just
die.
let us get this over with. We'll be fine. Okay? If Gander's really willing, he can take you into the Adventurers Guild. I don't know why exactly you want to go in there, because we're just going in there to say a couple things and then leaving. But you know what? I'm not gonna fight with you. All right.
No, I'm not gonna go in there. But I will need to go in there by myself one day.
Well, that's fine. The only reason I'm against it is because somebody has to carry you. And
No, I don't want to go in there.
okay, fine.
Because I
Fine.
need to have a private conversation with Ifrit. So, yeah.
Okay.
Fine, I'll stop saying his name.
And there's
Mar-
just like, and
Mar-
it's just,
So
it just
Mariella,
looks like there should be steam
um,
coming out of Dacius's ears right now.
Yes, there
yeah,
definitely
I
should.
see that too. But Mariella has like a quick worried glance as she looks at Dacius after that, but continues to look out the window. And they are, after a few more minutes, they can see the town now.
Athena just closes her eyes.
All right, so I'm just gonna say Athena, like, I don't know if she actually fell asleep, but
She's just trying to like just control her feelings. There you go. Why y'all leave?
Ifrit
Is like fuming, like very
Ifrit
mad
appears
right
in
now.
the crystal, like as her eyes are closed, and like he has a really weird expression. He's like and it changes. Like his face goes from just like blank nothing to a curious look to like it keeps changing.
No
But-
one's gonna comment about it.
No, I'd probably not.
Yeah, no one's looking.
Yeah,
Probably.
no, they all. And like there's just this big disconnect now between everyone in the group.
And Athena.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's everyone against Athena, really.
It's
But-
okay.
But they're all. Oh wait, no, never mind. So they finally do, and I just remembered something. Oh, this is gonna be sad. So they enter town again, through the main gate, and do they want to stop into Clark's to see if they can get Lashana healed, or
I kind of
Yeah.
want to. All right, yeah, let's go.
all right? So Dacius stops, and everybody gets out, of course, except Athena. And Gander helps Lashana.
Can she try and smack him for trying to help her and then realizes she really can't stand
Yes.
on her own?
Yes.
She might be able to.
Actually, here, do a roll a 1d20 for a
Oh,
strength
baby.
check. I gotta see.
Roll
I
the
just
20
wanna
and breaks Gander's leg too.
No. No, it's gonna be if she can walk on her, like
Oh.
despite the pain.
Ah.
No.
Get a one.
Okay,
Get a one. Please get a
so
one.
Gander walks over and
Yeah.
tries to help her up, but she pushes him away, and she takes one step successfully, tries to take another, and almost falls like face first on the caravan floor, but Gander manages to catch her, and then he pretty much just like drapes her over his shoulder and carries her in.
Yeah.
I want to try and hit him and
You
scream
playing
at him
music,
to put
Connor?
me down.
Yeah, in the background.
Okay. I mean, you can just say that you're hitting him. Jeez. So
I'm
So-
hitting him.
Lashana is like because she is super weak. Let me just see how much HP she actually has. Yeah, she's only got 2 HP. So she is hitting him with her one. I forgot because like one of her arms got broke too. She's hitting him with the one arm she can still move without it hurting, but like it doesn't actually do any damage. She just continues to hit him over and over. And he's so jaded he doesn't say anything. He just he just walks on in.
Can I just tap Lashana?
Yeah. So Nigel does tap Lashana on the mirror, and despite the pain, like how pretty much half of her body is numb except when she tries to move it, and then it just hurts. She did feel like the poke, like throughout her entire body.
What do you want?
Can I be the first to walk up to the cleric guy or to the table?
Yep.
Yeah. So he's back in the back room.
Hey.
By the way, is that music too loud?
It's fine. Hey,
Yeah.
cleric.
It's fine. I'm just worried that it'll show up in your recording and get you a copyright strike.
Well, I have my mic to my headset muted, so you guys will hear it, but the recording won't.
Okay.
So Dacius, he rings a little bell that's there, and and Clark does come out. Of course, we can tell because of his big old hat. And as soon as he sees them, he starts to walk backwards.
Hey, listen. Okay, I know last time we came here did a bunch of weird stuff. That was totally unexpected. Okay, we have just fought some sort of demon dragon. One of our friends is dead. I don't expect you to try and heal him, but listen. This lady over here, Lashana, her leg is shattered.
And her arm too.
And her arm. I know, but I promise, no weird stuff this time. We just need to get in and get out. Be out of your hair. Okay?
Okay. But you will have to pay this time.
Okay, how much?
Well, allow me. He comes out from behind the counter.
Yes,
he holds
comes
out
out.
his hands, and the yellow aura appears on it, and he holds it in front of Lashana, and he gasps, I can't believe she's even alive.
Listen, I'm gonna Gander, how much you got?
I have 15 gold.
How much will it be, cleric?
I don't know.
I can run back to the caravan and see if we got enough.
If you can give me 50 gold, I can heal her.
All right,
That's
Gander.
half my child support payment.
Gander, you stand right there. I'm gonna go back to the caravan.
All right, so here, I will calculate all the gold that we all have. Let me see.
Wait, hang on. Did you guys take my stuff?
No, your stuff got evaporated.
The only thing I have
is just my pot with good berries.
Yes, it was just your pot with good berries. So, we're I think we're just short. But hang on.
We might be just short. I'm not exactly sure.
I do have an idea. So, how much do we all have collectively?
Collectively, of course, besides Athena, because she's still in the caravan, we have... We're so close. We have 30.
We had some
he
technical
sees
difficulties.
Athena. Just, maybe asleep. Her eyes are shut.
She's just thinking.
Okay, but her eyes are still shut.
Athena.
Yes, Stacius.
Okay, we are around 3 gold short of getting Lashana healed back up. Can we borrow 3 or 5 gold pieces?
I'm not exactly sure about that, but you can always try.
Give him 20. Just take 20 gold.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so let me take that away.
How much gold does Athena have?
With that 20 gone, you have 465.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Okay, so
Rich bitch.
and to heal Lashana, everybody will put in their gold. So everyone except Athena is going to be broke.
Oh.
That's
Get
unfortunate.
back to royalty.
That sounds terrible.
I feel like that's gonna entail something bad later on.
Alright. No, I'm not gonna. Well, okay, that's not entirely true. Dacius has 80 silver.
He has 80 silver. Here you go. You can have more silver.
No, I don't want. I'm already heading out.
How much money do you have?
And
$1.
Lashana has 95 silver.
All right, Gander. You're fine with pooling in, right?
Yes.
Okay. And Lashana, you're fine. Well, I imagine you'd be fine with, getting healed, right?
Lashana?
I don't know if she's there.
You'd be fine with getting healed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he takes the money out of her pocket.
But she tries to slap him with her leg the entire time.
She grabs her limp leg and swings it at him.
Beats him over the head with her mouth, with her dysfunctional limb.
Listen, we need this to get you healed, okay?
She just silently scowls at it.
All right.
Her face that can still move.
Cleric, here. There might be extra. Keep it.
Oh, thank you. And he takes Lashana back, and it feels like at least an hour passes, but
typical medical waiting rooms. God.
but they aren't quite sure because they're all kind of worried and stressed out.
Yeah.
It's still sunny outside, so it couldn't have been too long.
Yeah. Here's my question: how many Dragon Daniels have I downed by this point?
Well, considering how Athena was acting, I'd say 2.5 bottles.
Well, I mean, because my thing was just she started, I start, and I never stop.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so 2.5 bottles.
Yep, and the observer's kind of like he's got his own bottles there too. He's just having fun.
You guys are playing a drinking game.
Yeah.
Take a shot every time you're annoyed by Athena.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Like, Nigel's like, hey, let's make this a game.
Let's do that. And it's just gonna be the woman just looks over and she's gonna be like, I'm gonna be getting a lot of exercise, aren't I?
Yeah, she looks at them how heavily they're drinking and just lets out a sigh before going back into the void and getting more.
God.
But Clark finally comes back out, and Lashana looks as good as new.
Oh, thank God. All right, Cleric, thank you. We gotta go. Let's go.
Well, thank you. And
Yes,
before
let's
he
go.
could finish, they're already gone. But now before they go into the caravan, Mariella grabs Dacius' shoulder. Like the others are going into the caravan, but she grabs Dacius' shoulder.
What?
Look. Things happened. Promises were made. And
Sure
I
about
plan on keeping mine. But the way things are right now, I'm afraid I'm going to have to take my leave.
Can I just tap Mariella right now?
Yeah. So Nigel taps Mariella and she gets a jolt. She does look around. Keeps doing that.
Listen, I get it. I'm not going to expect you to stay. But what I will say is I haven't quite broken at my end of the promise yet.
What are you talking about? You fulfilled your end.
I did?
Yeah. You gave me the crystal. I just gave it back.
Well, that's not exactly how I meant it. But I'll hold up what I meant my end of the promise to be. But it's fine.
Look, there's a lot of things that we're going to have to talk about at some point. It involves you, it involves me, and it especially involves Athena. But I can't talk about it right now.
That's fine. No. What I'm saying is, I'll get you one of those damn things at one point. All right?
Whenever we meet again, if you give me another crystal, I will tell you everything. Everything about your race. Everything about... She takes a deep breath in about Ifrit. I'll tell you everything.
All right. All right. Now go. We need to get to the Adventurers Guild.
All right. Tell Cudge I said hi.
If I remember.
And as Dacius goes into the caravan and they begin to drive away, Mariella does have a nervous smile on her face. She takes in a deep breath. It has to be this way. And in a flash of light, teleports away from the town. So now everyone's back in the caravan again. Lashawn is good. And does Athena want to comment?
Is Lashana really good, or is she just sitting there?
No. Lashana is completely healed. I mean, not mentally, but physically, yes.
Athena's still trying to figure out her emotions.
What emotions? I just thought Athena wanted to get us all killed.
You know, well, Shauna doesn't have much room to talk.
Actually,
fair.
Well, you know, she fucking whenever that thing came up to, she fought real fucking hard.
That's true.
Not only that, but whenever she was fighting with you, Athena, to everyone's surprise, well, not the other characters know this, but to our surprise, realistically or in real life, she didn't want to break. She wanted to break the crystal, not kill you.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
So right now, you two are in a cold war. You know, in terms of who's more of a human being.
Yeah, who's.
Or at least a person.
I think Lashana's winning that one.
You know, I'm just going to say this because I brought it up before, but I just think it would be really neat in a campaign. It doesn't have to be a D&D one, but in a campaign, I think it would be interesting because in this one,
now that would be
I think
cool.
It's pretty clear we're playing as heroes who are fairly terrible people.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing. Is we're heroes who are fairly terrible people who, hopefully by the end, will become somewhat decent people. I think it would be interesting in some other campaign of something if we played as villains who are decent people at the beginning and possibly become worse people by the end.
That would be pretty cool.
Man, if we did that for something like Starfinder, I'd have a real good idea for that one.
Yeah, so would I.
I think
that would be fantastic.
I think that would be a really interesting.
Also, hey Corey.
Yes.
Is it possible for me to put multiple taps together for a single character?
Sure.
In 15 turns, then, can I just tap out Nigel to Dacius, since he's the only one I haven't done this to yet?
Yes. Yeah.
You should be able to.
In Morse code.
You know, I'm gonna be. That could be an interesting way if, like, I'm gonna have Dacius do a wisdom check whenever that happens.
Oh, if he rolls high, then he's probably gonna fucking lose it or something.
Because, like, that could be an interesting way for them to all realize Nigel might not be completely gone yet. That's actually a really good idea.
He has high intelligence.
And then 15 turns later, I just tap out 15 more turns later. Okay, I guess.
And that would immediately, like, freak him out.
Even if I roll low on the wisdom, there is something that I would like to do.
Okay. All right.
I think,
to figure it out. I want to see him.
Yeah. We'll
I really think we want him to figure it out.
Guys,
you know?
My aunt's toilet is always running, and it just sounded like it was an old man coughing.
Oh my god, dude.
That's
okay.
I kid you not.
Okay.
It actually sounded like an old man cough. I was like,
I swear,
Nice.
I swear that place is haunted, man.
Yeah,
it's haunted by a really old, senile ghost.
Yeah.
Every time it tries to get you, it like hurts its hip or something. That's what all the noises are. It falls over and it's trying to get up, grabbing onto stuff. That's how it knocks everything off the kitchen table.
I've got.
The next thing I'm hearing, I'm gonna turn my. I did my pocket radio. Next time I come there, I'm gonna have my pocket radio. I'm gonna turn it into 666 kilohertz AM because mine can do 1 kilohertz steps. I'm just gonna hear, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Yeah, you'll just hear Martha.
Guys,
this
guys.
Hang on. Well,
The toilet is sounding really stupid right now. Guys, listen to this. It just...
Jesus.
It sounds like it's trying to laugh and cough at us.
Demonic Emergency Health Services, how may we help you? I've fallen and I can't get up.
Okay, shut off. But you guys hear that? You guys heard that, right? That just sounds really weird for a toilet to be making that sound.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just messing with the water, or maybe the toilet is fucking possessed. I don't know. Let's see. Is the water still on?
He tried to possess the lights to turn them off and on, but he fell over and accidentally possessed the toilet.
Well, there actually is a light switch next to the toilet, but it doesn't control the lights. It controls the fan, which rattles sometimes. Literally, I kid you not. I'll turn the switch on next to the toilet. It's quiet, but it's an actual fan.
Alright, well, let's continue. Let's continue.
We gotta wait for Corey.
He like
did he
pulses
leave?
Yes, he left.
Oh.
He said he'll be back.
Okay.
It just fucking pulses the fan, and if you interpret the pulse as Morse code, it just says "fuck you."
Pass.
Like seriously, you guys heard that, though, right?
Tessa.
What? I told you I'll be back.
Okay, Audrey wanted you. You keep muting yourself.
I think Cass and Ty broke up.
Wait, what?
I think Cass and Ty broke up.
Oh no.
Who's Cass and Ty?
Oh my god! Cassandra and Tyler.
Oh, what?
You know, I'm just gonna stop telling you stuff.
Why did you shorten Tyler to Ty?
Because
yeah, that's what I was wondering. Because that's why I didn't know who you were
that's what he wanted to be called.
Yeah.
Like, shortening Cassandra, that's understandable. That's a medium-sized name. Tyler is like 5 letters.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's
Look, I
I
knew you called Cassandra Cass, but I didn't know who Ty was. I got really confused. But why?
I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
I love that.
Yeah, we're talking about girl drama.
Stranglehold.
The
Nice.
toilet's coughing again. The toilet is coughing again.
But I'm just gonna stop telling Tessa stuff because she doesn't pay attention.
I wasn't
Okay.
in here.
No,
All
you
this
don't
stuff is
pay
so
attention.
stupid.
All right.
What do you guys? I missed it.
Here.
I guess it
leave
was
this
not
for
not.
after the
Yeah, I guess
session.
it was nothing important.
Yes, let us continue.
Yes, let's continue.
Okay, so they're back. So does wow. Well.
Fuck.
So does Athena look as the others walk in and
I don't
start
think so.
moving the caravan?
Nope.
Okay. So at the moment she does not realize that Mariella did not come back with them. But Gander and Lashana do. Like they turn back as Dacius is going, "Where's Mariella?"
It's wheezing now. It's fucking wheezing now.
Did Mariella die?
No, she's gone for now. Maybe forever, I don't know, but
Like I said,
That-
did
that-
she die?
it doesn't matter right now. No, she did something and teleported away.
Well,
Okay,
I have to monitor this.
we need to
thing.
get to the Adventurers Guild.
So they continue down to the Adventurers Guild. All still quiet. And it does feel lonelier now, even though they didn't know Mariella for that long. Still having her travel with them now that she isn't there. They all kind of feel like, you know, someone's missing. I mean, of course, also because Nigel's gone. Or they think.
But
Is
or
Nigel alive?
Tune into this episode.
Did Lashana actually say that? That's weird.
The toilet just wheezed again a little
okay,
bit.
stop talking.
I'm sitting in here monitoring the toilet now because this is really
Xander,
concerning.
stop
It's going to
talking.
explode on me or something.
I'm telling you, man, it's haunted by an old man ghost. We're gonna have to give him a name.
Paul.
Oh my
There.
god.
Paul. It's the
Wait.
ghost of Paul.
It did happen once already. She said it once already. Nice. Great.
Paul.
The session is almost complete now.
It's almost
Yes, almost complete.
Yes, none of our sessions can go by without Athena. I was just about to say, like, Athena with her eyes closed. Everyone probably thinks she's asleep, just cries out, Paul.
I miss Paul.
No, Athena's trying to figure out her feelings.
And,
Okay, now it just sounded like a.
Stop talking about the toilet.
Jesus.
You're gonna be hearing it. I'm sitting
What's
in
wrong
here
with you,
listening to this thing.
We
with
can't hear
with
it.
My earbud mic sitting
Yes,
on
we
top
can't
of the
hear it,
tank.
dude.
Well,
we'll comment if we hear it. So, what the,
dear
alright.
God.
Yeah.
Agni, come on,
Alright,
really?
alright, Xander.
I actually
Alright.
put the mic inside of the toilet, like the bowl at the back.
Oh, alright, that's...
Stop.
That's great. Okay,
Yeah.
let's continue. Let's continue.
Yeah, I
let's
went too far.
continue.
I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna grab a snack.
Alright. So, they do make it to the Adventurers Guild,
Where's the
which
food in this
should
house?
have felt like a victory.
Yes.
They took out one of the Dragon Cult generals, allegedly, and
Oh, fuck you.
Want to?
No, I think I'll pass
I
on that.
love it so much.
Allegedly, I'm gonna. Oh, that general better hope. That general better hope next time I see him, I don't roll too many 20s.
I mean, if I was serious about that, how would he even come back?
You know, that's what would make it an even more fuck you moment, because we fucking had him be obliterated by a black hole. If he were to come back. Honestly, if he were to come back, I think Theseus would be more pissed than emotional.
And it would be a moment of him being afraid, like, oh shit, this guy's back. It would be like,
Guess who's back?
die already,
Back
die
again.
already.
We almost killed you once. We killed you the second time. How many times do we need to kill you, old man?
Yes.
Yeah. How many times do we need to teach you how to die, old man? I like killing dragons.
Anyways.
If only our D&D was popular enough to where it could get memes like that.
You know, I'm imagining if this were animated, then it would just have, like, these little sections where whenever we get into some of these conversations, the conversations themselves would be heavily edited, but it would just be a thought bubble sort of thing where all the characters are just talking to each other with
Yeah.
headsets on and shit.
Yeah. That would be amazing.
Water's back on.
Anyway.
Yeah, so what should
And
have
the toilet
felt
the toilet
as
is
a
possessed. It sounds
heroic
like it's coughing.
victory against the Dragon Cult now
It sounds like it's
really
coughing.
feels like a true defeat. They lost one of their allies
Hang on, guys. I'm gonna
permanently.
spare the win.
Mariella is
Hang on, guys.
gone for
I'm gonna
reasons
spare the win.
that she hasn't explained. And Athena has not helped the situation whatsoever.
Fight me.
Alright,
I had
so
one
are
other
we
thing.
there?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're there. Yeah, they
Okay.
made it. Yeah, that's why I was saying as they
you're back
arrived.
in.
In another universe, this would have been a heroic moment where they go in and they tell the guy and they're celebrating, but as
Yeah.
they exit the caravan, it really feels
Yeah.
like the most hollow victory.
I just want to make a beeline straight to the clerk, or whoever it is.
The guild leader.
Well, I thought I
you
was...
meant the lady?
Yeah, because I was
yeah.
gonna sit there and ask if the guy was free.
Oh, okay. All right. So like, you know, everyone in the Adventurers Guild, you know, they're chatting. You got the, you know, you got the two guys arm wrestling in the corner. You know, just a simple bar adventurers stuff. but then the doors burst open. Dacius and the others storm in. The clerk at the desk, who already looked very flustered, like she was afraid anyone would kill her at any moment, looked as pale as a sheet as they just stormed up to her.
Listen, is the guild leader free right now?
She tried to make a noise. She tried to say something, maybe, but a little whimper is all that came out. But she did nod her head.
All right, thank you, ma'am. All right, let's go.
They climb up the stairs, and the guild leader, Cudge, is, he's sitting in his chair, kind of lounging. I wonder if we should have some monetary gain these missions.
Listen,
and they barge into his office. Oh, you're back.
There was a general,
a
commander, whatever you call them.
Well, I'm certainly glad that you were able to take him out.
Oh, yeah. We definitely took him out, and he took one of us out.
Oh, I'm very sorry.
Listen, all we're here to do is report that he's dead. The camp is gone. In fact, it's so gone that the trees around it are gone, and the ground underneath it is gone.
You're that powerful. I truly did hire excellent mercenaries. Gander is looking like his one eye is twitching. He looks like he is on his last nerve.
Yes.
Yeah, listen, excellent mercenaries. Okay. We just came here to tell you that. Get that out of the way. We're gonna go now.
Yes.
Oh, but what about your passes? You can take on any quest.
Oh. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so he opens up a drawer in his desk and he pulls out these, and they do look pretty official. These nice cards that have stars on them. Each one has 5 stars. And it has pictures of everyone already on them. And as Dacius takes them, he's looking through, and he does see the one with Nigel on it.
Thank you, sir. And his hand is just sort of trembling.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're gonna head out.
Make sure you take some missions.
Oh, we will. We gotta rest up first.
Guys, you're gonna hear water being dumped into the dehumidifier.
Okay.
Good lord, dude, who's making so much noise?
They go back down, and they're about to walk out, but as they get towards the door, they fly open again, and a party appears to enter the Adventurers Guild. It appears to be a 3-member party that consists of a knight in golden armor with the smuggest looking face any of them had ever seen. A fairly gentle looking magic user, and last but not least, a very angry-looking.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good cauliflower?
I'm trying to think of the class. He's a martial artist.
A monk or something.
Yeah, there we go, monk. That's what it is. A very
The dog's laying next to me.
Oh my
angry-looking
god.
monk.
Oh baby. All right, yeah. Excuse me.
They don't they don't seem to and like as they continue walking and the night literally brushes them all aside.
What the fuck?
Do any of them want to do anything? Lashana, do you want to do anything?
Lashana's just not paying attention.
Yeah.
No,
Lashana
she-
was not paying attention. I know
Okay.
that there was
Okay,
some
I will
knight
describe
armor,
the
but I'm not sure what
situation.
that
I will describe the situation in the most basic way. Pretty much, we're about to leave. A group of pompous jerks literally push us aside as we're about to leave. Do you
I
want
want
to do
hit
anything?
him with a crowbar.
Which
All
one?
right. Which do you want to hit the? Well, the one who did it was the fancy knight in the golden armor.
I want to hit the one that decided it was okay to push me, because push me and I'm gonna hit you with a freaking crowbar.
Okay, roll that 1d20.
Oh my lord, this could be amazing.
Okay.
It could be.
Either a. Okay, so.
What was it? It's not showing up on mine.
It's
a 9.
You got a 9.
You got a 9, my dude.
So, Lashana, of course, very angry that somebody tried to push her aside, takes out her crowbar and attempts to hit the knight. But as she is about to swing it down, in a quick motion, he turns around and grabs the crowbar as right before it hits him. And
This bitch
Lashana's
is touching my crowbar.
Lashana is trying to like push it down, like, you know, using her strength to try to push it down to hit him on the head with it, and he's just he's looking at her with a very condescending look.
Lashana, let's just
condescending and touching my crowbar.
Do you
Listen
want here? Roll another strength. I want strength 1d20. I want to see if she actually breaks.
Let's do it. Let's see.
She rolls a 20 and just fucking. Ooh.
Okay.
Okay,
so,
what was it? It's not showing it.
It's a 14.
So Lashana, she does use her strength. She does manage to push the crowbar out of his hand, and it hit him on the head.
Ah, teach that bitch to touch my crowbar.
Ooh.
And then he puts his hand on his head where she hit him. And at first he looks angry. And then he begins to laugh. Did this riffraff truly think an attack like that would faze me?
Does
Looks
this
like-
condescending asswipe think I won't hit him again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love this. I have been planning for this character to show up for a long time.
Listen, Athena, I really don't want to have to
Lashana.
dig. I really don't want to have, or Lashana, I really don't want to have to dig 3 more graves today.
Well, I'm sorry, but he's being a condescending asswipe.
I know.
Well, wipe it then.
I do imagine Nigel actually saying that in the other world. Well, wipe him then. That is an amazing line. I'm sorry. Do you all not know who we are?
No, not really.
Of course. You do look like country bumpkins. You must be from out of
Can I hit him with
town.
a sledgehammer this time?
Yes. Yes, roll a 1d20.
Oh my god.
I want to do a sneak attack.
Roll that 1d20. We got this. Depending on what you
Roll
get,
it.
things could be very different.
We gotta see what his.
I got a 14.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Hold on. I gotta see what your modifier is. Well, before that, I gotta do something real quick. So just give me a second. I'm so glad we get to meet these characters now. I've been waiting to do my condescending.
Yes, you should.
My condescending, rich, pompous asshole character.
You should. Nice.
Oh, the suspense.
Jeez,
Bless.
dude.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if
Bless
that was
you,
a
I think.
sneeze or not.
Bless you, Audrey.
It was.
Yeah. Bless you, I think.
Dana wants to be there.
The suspense. How many teeth will this man lose
How many teeth will this man lose?
before he
Sure,
gets
that's now.
tied?
Come here, Khalifa. Good boy.
Okay. Alright,
I love
so.
this dog.
God.
Athena wants to be there.
Oh yeah, does she want to ask Ifrit to do like the vision
Yes.
thing? Okay, so she goes back into the mind plane, and there's Ifrit. You,
Why did
girl,
I choose you to feud
I'm
with?
going to be honest.
What's that?
I do not know how to feel about our situation.
What situation?
This one. He-
Which
he-
one?
He like spreads his wings out into the void. Us being connected.
What do you mean?
I don't.
I don't know how I feel about it either. You want to go back into the crystal?
Do you know how to do that?
Well, do you want me to help you with the nature?
I
Wait, can you help me through the crystal?
help you what?
Like, so I can we can still fulfill the deal, but can you help me with you being in the crystal?
At this point, I'm not sure if that's even a possibility if we can separate.
Oh, Ifrit, I command you to go back into this crystal.
That's not how this
Be
works.
quiet, okay?
I can dream.
Look, I want my mind back, okay? I want to have my scary, deep,
Well, I'm
emotional thoughts to myself.
I'm sorry, I can't do that. I was imprisoned millennia ago. If I knew how to control this, I would have done so a long time.
Yeah, because I have emotions and you can feel the emotions, and I don't like
Yes,
it.
I can. I don't like it either. I
I'm
don't.
crying because of you. Not because of you, but I'm crying.
Yeah, well, guess
Ay,
what?
ay,
You're
ay.
making me cry because you're crying.
Well, I don't know. I want to be able to walk.
Athena, stop being dramatic.
Lashana just has a feeling that Athena's being dramatic.
She says in her mind, and somehow they hear it.
Yeah.
Just
And then-
out of
and-
nowhere.
Ifrit, I want to be able to walk. I want to go in there right now. And
I want to as well, but I can't do anything about it because your body can't physically handle it at the
Yo, guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go
See,
grab some
Athena,
to eat.
this is why you don't just let magic crystals embed themselves inside of your chest.
Ifrit,
Athena!
Ifrit, be
I'll be right back.
You're my friend. they hug it out in her mind. They're just crying and hugging each other. Back.
Athena, you guys, you guys just like whenever you get in the caravan, you just see Athena crying.
she's
crying and
like,
hugging herself.
Yeah, she's hugging herself.
No. She's hugging a wild dog that somehow got in the caravan.
and Nigel, Nigel is watching this in the caravan. He's like, "What is going on?"
Poor Athena. She wants to just walk.
Yeah, poor Athena. Not poor Nigel or poor Gander. Gander watched the world burn, and Nigel literally died. Yeah, poor Athena.
All right, well, hang on. There's gonna be a little more to Gander's situation coming up, fairly soon. Anyway, okay.
Nigel just takes 5 shots.
So, back in
Audrey,
in
someone
the
just said hi to you and you completely ignored them.
Oh, hi! I don't know who said hi to me,
Guys,
but...
Nigel just takes 5 shots and just doesn't look.
Back in the Adventurers Guild. So Lashana tries to take another swing, but as she does so, the monk grabs her crowbar with his hand.
What is with these bitches and touching my crowbar?
And he punches her back in like he punches her after he takes her crowbar.
Stop touching me and my crowbar.
Oh my god.
Listen, Lashana, we need to leave.
And due
They
to this
keep touching
punch,
my crowbar.
Lashana does get thrown a good bit across the ground, and like everyone in the Adventurers Guild gasps, and they're all
again?
watching. Like,
Do we have to go back to the clerk?
No.
No.
That would suck.
No, he's not. I mean, like you once you hit the floor, you did spit up some blood, but you're still good.
Something tell me.
Oh, that's right. There's a lot of things.
You were winded.
Yeah, you spat up something. It wasn't
you
blood.
Just spat up some muscle, and you just spat up some muscle, and
you spat up what looked like blood, but it was actually the good berries that were in Nigel's pot, because you decided, since you were bored, you would eat them, and that's what you spit up. See, there you go.
And I just look, and I see this.
I worked in me messing up and made it make sense.
Bloodberries.
and of course I'm seeing this, and I'm just like, let's add this to the game, and I just take a shot.
Okay, hold on.
Why isn't Nigel poking the 3 people that are there? Like, bruh.
All right, I'm back.
Just hang on. I'm adding things into my notes.
I'm actually kind of surprised Nigel hasn't been poking anyone yet.
Yeah, I want
he
him
will.
poking those 3 people so y'all can get back in caravan.
He will be poking someone here soon.
When we get back in the caravan, I'll poke Dacius that says Nigel in Morse code. Until then, I poke the monk because he hurt Lashana.
Thank you, Nigel.
As she's spitting up the good, as she's coughing up the good berries, I just poke him.
Yeah, but what's strange is he does not seem phased.
Oh. Hey, listen. Oh fuck, is Lashana okay?
Probably not, but you know what?
So she does manage to get up. Like she does wipe She wipes the goodberry juice off of her face,
and she
then
licks it off.
Yeah, I was just about to say she does lick it off though, because I mean, it's goodberry juice.
Can I just look at them and ask them what their obsession is with touching my stuff?
Because the goodberries heal her. They
To everyone else though, it looks like she just spat up blood, wiped it off, and licked it.
Yeah.
I mean, would they really be surprised though?
Hey, listen. We really just want to get out, right? We really just want to leave.
If we were gonna leave, they should not have touched my crowbar.
If you wanted to leave, you wouldn't have tried to attack us.
Then don't push me out of the way.
Oh, like riffraff such as yourself deserves that sort of attention.
Okay, listen here, motherfucker. Listen, okay? How many demon general motherfuckers have you sent off into the void?
And like he has a puzzling expression, and Gander, who has been quiet this entire time, and no one's been paying attention to him, but at this moment, that murderous look that he had back when they fought Board, and then the knight kind of gets scared and he like backs up a step. What horrid thing are you?
Yeah.
Now, I guess back to Gander. So Gander does, he wants to try to attack again. So he does go for his sword, and he's going to try to attack this monk because he's seeing red now.
Ooh.
All right. So Gander takes his sword. He takes his sword out as the monk is holding his fist, and he swings down, and it slashes across the monk's chest. You know, because he's a monk, so he's not going to wear really any armor.
Yeah.
I gotta see what the short sword. I think it's 1d6. Might be 1d8.
Please.
It's 1d6, yeah. Okay. Alright.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Alright, pretty good. So,
who just muted their mic?
Slashes across the monk's chest, and blood begins to fly out, but the monk doesn't seem that deterred, and he attempts to strike with his sword. Dang it, I rolled and it didn't work. Alright. So he attempts to swing again, but Gander manages to dodge it. And like everyone in the Adventurers Guild is kind of looking in awe. Like this is a gladiator fight right now. But the clerk at the desk, she's like glancing around, like really frightened. And now what does Dacius want to do?
I want to try and use the Ray of Enfeeblement on that fucking mage.
Ooh, okay. Just give me a second.
Ouch.
If you would. I'm guessing that means that you didn't get a good one. But again, just give me a sec.
What is with this? Either the rolls being great or horrible.
It's just luck, man.
What happened to her? Only
Excuse me.
minute, you asked.
Alright, there we go.
so I most definitely did not hit.
Okay, yeah, I got that, but I gotta see how bad. Okay, yeah. So, Dacius attempts to use the Ray of Enfeeblement on the mage. However, and this annoys him even more as he tries to shoot the beam. She does a little twirl away from it, like it was nothing, like she's just toying with him. And she
Like something Athena would do?
Kind of, if Athena
like
was
a
strong.
prissy little ballet twirl?
Yes.
Yeah.
I gotta see what your thing is. Okay. So so she takes her staff and she gently like hits the air with it 3 times, and with each hit she makes a little thumb sound, and every time she would say that, like a mini spark explosion appeared in the air right in front of Dacius.
Yeah.
And he gets hit by 2 of them, but not the 3rd one, luckily. Which, that's, like, it's very lucky, because, yeah, Dacius is not doing that well at the moment.
Yeah.
To put it nicely. So even though they were tiny and they didn't do a whole lot of damage in the grand scheme of things, he was knocked to the ground from this. Does he want to say anything?
You fucking whore!
And the desk clerk quickly runs upstairs, and now we're back to Gander trying to fight the monk. So Gander tries to do continuous slashes, but the monk keeps dodging and parrying his sword strikes. And as this is going on, the guild leader, Kudge, comes downstairs. What is going on down here? And he sees the fight.
Cool.
But like as soon as he comes down, the mage puts her staff away. The monk goes back into a neutral stance, and the knight walks up to him and kneels down. I'm very sorry, Lord Bronnier. You see, we were merely coming back into the Adventurers Guild to report another job well done, until these ruffians decided that they would try to attack us.
Wait a minute. Hey, listen. Okay. And Dacius just gets up to the ground, and he looks like oddly calm. Really oddly calm.
Yeah.
Listen. They burst in here, push us out of the way. Not a big deal, right? One of our party members didn't take too kindly to that, because we just lost a party member on that job. Okay, we've not been in the best mood.
By the way, while he's telling this, the other party, the monk, he just looks really stoic. So like they can't really tell exactly what he's thinking. He's just got a serious expression on. But the knight rolls his eyes, and the mage has like her hand pretending to be like Dacius's mouth, and as he's talking, she's moving it.
And I just want to close my eyes. Listen. We got into a fight, right? None of us planned on losing that girl again. She just came back from the fucking dead.
Yeah.
Okay? None of us want to lose her again. None of us want to lose another goddamn party member again. Okay? We got this fucking girl in that caravan that's possessed by beings from beyond this fucking realm. Okay? You know, hell, if you want me to give you a fucking tour of the magical little caravan that we got back there, I can. All right.
Don't think that's a good idea.
But listen, we made a lot of bad decisions. They made a lot of bad decisions. All right. So we're just gonna go. Gander.
Gander is like, and as Dacius turns to him, he's slightly, of course, because he's he's slightly a little frightened by what he sees. Gander is breathing heavily, with his eyes look almost dilated with rage. Like he looks almost like the monsters that they've had to fight up to that point.
You know, the stuff we've had to trudge through to get here, it's left us all a bit jittery nerved.
Yeah.
You know, and the so kind remarks and actions from that other team didn't really help that. It was not right of us to attack. But you know what? I don't really want to fight anymore.
Well, I would hope not. It would be bad if my two best 5-star guild parties would kill each other. And as soon as he says 5-star, the three look at them like really fast, and then look back at Bronnier, and they all three say at the same time, 5 stars.
You want to know why we're 5-star?
Yeah.
You want to know why? We had to banish one of those goddamn dragon commanders into the fucking void.
Yeah.
All right? You don't want to believe us? Sure, fine. You don't fucking have to. Me and everybody else has got enough damn proof of it. You want us to show you the hole that was left there? The hole. There's no ground. There aren't any trees.
Gander just pulls his card out to show them or something.
Yeah, I was thinking of, depending on how events went, there would be a scene where, like, as the if we were getting beat bad enough, like, as it would probably be the monk grabbed someone and picked them up. Like, the card would fall and it would reveal, like, oh, they're 5-star members. But anyway, continue.
You know, we might not be the most skilled fighters in the world, but between a Wyvern Hornet King and a dragon from beyond this fucking plane of existence, I think we've well earned that title.
Yeah.
Or did I say queen, or did I say king? I don't remember.
You said king, but...
Oh, well, I meant queen. I meant queen. I cannot think.
And I'm just looking down, I'm like, you tell him, Dacius. And I kick it. And I just chug an entire bottle.
You know...
And I'm somehow still conscious.
And then Bronnier clears his throat. We here at the guild all understand your frustration. On behalf of the guild and its members, we humbly apologize. However, I would ask that you all not fight each other, at least not here.
Oh,
I wouldn't want to.
It won't happen again. And you don't need to apologize. We need to apologize. Preferably both parties need to fucking apologize, but you know what? I wouldn't expect that. I wouldn't expect that sort of humanity.
Oh my god.
So you know what? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Now we're gonna be leaving.
And they
And you know what, Knight? You know what, Knight?
Is
Your little
someone gonna
witch
carry Lashana
bitch
out?
friend. You can fucking keep your fucking 5 stars. Don't worry, we won't stamp on that little precious thing that you're holding on to. No other reason to exist.
Calm down.
You aren't doing anything. You're just coming in here trying to start trouble. You don't you don't have any goals. What do you want? Some fucking shining for your armor, someone to shine your armor all day. You don't want to help other people.
Yeah.
You just want to wear that fucking title. I'd burn this card if it meant I could get back all of the garbage, all the fucking shit I've lost. I don't fucking care. Let's go.
What?
So so Dacius.
That's because I'm a mirror.
Yeah.
And you're seeing yourself.
And
you look like you've just
Lashana
been
can
through a
walk,
war.
by the way. So Lashana can still walk.
And we're on the losing
Well,
side.
it's because
I mean, your
Tessa
limbs are
asked if,
flopping.
Gander would take her,
skeleton.
but he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
She can still walk. So so Gander.
Passed out. Yeah, that's why I asked you.
Duh.
Duh, come on now.
So so Gander sheaths. He picks up Lashana, and he only gives the monk a glare
He only gives him what?
for walking outside again. And as they walk outside, the knight he, instead of a condescending look this time, he has a different look, a somewhat determined look on his face.
Oh, good lord.
And now back outside, Gender's carrying Lashana and Dacius. They all walk in the caravan, and as they do, they see Athena curled up, crying and hugging herself.
God, what's the problem with her now?
I don't know.
Is this when I can tap Dacius and just say Nigel
You
in
might
Morse
be able
code?
to.
Do you want to now?
Well, we are back in the caravan.
I mean, all right, then sure. Actually, roll a 1d20 for wisdom.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
I want to. No, I meant Nigel.
Oh.
I have to see if he actually knows how to say that in Morse code correctly.
He doesn't. He spells out Mitchell.
Must be nice.
No, he spells out Mitchell. There you go.
Oh, Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Dacius is like Mitchell.
And he's like,
midget.
Michael? Who is Michael?
Yeah, Michael?
Yeah.
You want me to do it, Xander?
Just let him do it one more time, man.
Wait, did I mistype the command?
You put a C instead of a space.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, my keyboard's a bit cramped.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
What'd you do to it?
I've got to expand to the maximum size, but I don't have the biggest phone.
Yeah. Wait, you don't have... Yeah, that's right. You don't have a phone like a man.
I mean, hold on.
Okay, it says Nigel, but he gets the point or something.
Okay, yeah, okay.
What? I went for a second.
Oh, okay. So Nigel, he thinks for himself, or he thinks to himself for a second. He's like, mate, what if I could send them a message somehow? So on date, because I mean, he's being honest with himself. If anyone's going to know Morse code, it's going to be Dacius.
Yeah. And plus, Dacius is the only one I haven't tapped yet.
Oh, yeah. You know what? That's probably more reason why he's doing it to Dacius.
Yeah.
Okay, so he begins doing Morse code. However, he's not sure. He gets some confused as he's doing it. So instead of Nigel, he spells Nijal.
Wait, I have an idea. Because Dacius doesn't really know how it's spelled. He's never seen it written down.
Oh, that's true. That's good thinking.
Should I roll?
No, you gotta roll.
Nigel.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So Dacius he feels multiple just taps through on his body, but then as he feels them, of course he's kind of freaked out because it's just someone touching him, and and it's not anyone else because everyone else is just sitting in the caravan. But he thinks to the pattern of the touches, and he realizes that's Morse code. So he
takes out his spell book.
Okay.
And he starts
he's gonna think this is a spell later, isn't he?
No. But he just starts putting the dots and the lines on on one of the pages.
Yeah. So, and as he does this, he realizes it spells Nijal.
Nigel.
You do not know how to spell, Hunter.
Oh, okay.
Nigel.
Whatever. Who cares?
Nigel.
Yes.
And he's trying, and then he puts 2 and 2 together.
And he just slams the spell book closed.
And of course, LaShawn is still knocked out. But for Gander and Athena hasn't noticed.
Still knocked out. So I'm gonna go.
Athena.
Sorry, guys. Hold on. I will be right back.
It's a Morgan, I said I.
Figure something out.
Okay.
All right.
I'm back, y'all. I was talking about him.
I can set it to 12. Okay, I'll still be able to hear you.
Okay.
All right. But as he slams the book, LaShawn, of course, she's still knocked out. But Gander and Athena hear it, and they snap to attention.
All right, I'm back.
All right, cool.
Gander.
What? Why'd you slam your book like that? I mean, I'm angry. I'm angry just like you.
Have you felt any taps today?
Yeah, I felt one.
A pokey feeling?
Yeah.
Yes.
Before we went into the town.
I felt.
Okay.
Earlier,
There's this code that is used in a lot of different strange circles around the world. Anyways.
Are you talking about Morse code?
Yes, that one.
Yeah, it's.
And I open up the book again, and I flip to the page, and I show him it.
Well, hold on. I don't think they know. I'm going.
Well, yeah.
Okay, roll a wisdom check for Athena just to see if she can read it. I'm not going to for Gander because he obviously doesn't.
Ooh.
What'd you roll?
15.
Oh, you were rolling 4. Okay, that's right. I always forget about that.
Yeah, someone can't use
So,
Discord.
yeah, she does read it out.
Nijal? Nijal?
Nijal. Is that what that says?
Yes.
Nigel?
It spells N-I...
Nigel?
Yes.
That's what I'm
Yes,
thinking.
it spells Nigel. I felt a series of taps
Wait.
that, when translated, spell Nigel.
Wait, are you saying that? You're saying that Nigel's a specter now, and he's haunting him?
Maybe.
Listen, I don't know
I think
what
it's
it
something
means.
different.
And I tap out, and I tap out on Gander. Yes.
Okay.
Wait, but
I was
Gander
like,
doesn't
give me
know.
the spell book.
I too late. So he does tap that out to Gander, and Gander, like, he jolts again. I'm feeling it. That must be it.
Write it down. Write it down in this book. Write it.
Write what down? I don't.
The taps. How you felt them.
Oh, okay. I'm going to roll just to see how good Gander's ability to recreate that
He
is.
gets a 1, and we think he puts no.
Ooh.
11.
Wait, well, hang on. Just to make it more official, let me see how his wisdom is looking.
It's minus 10.
So it's fairly kind of sloppy.
Right, AF.
As he
Yes.
puts it down.
Yes.
So
Yes? Yes, I guess it's gonna be. I guess it's supposed to.
that's how I felt it.
Okay, let me see.
I'm not good at writing things down.
Yeah. It says YAS. Yeah.
Back in my time, I spent most of my days practicing the sword, so I didn't really.
Why?
A
S.
S. Yeah.
I'm
I guess
back, y'all. I heard
it's
something.
Yeah. I think I
Guys,
some,
what I missed,
something.
I was on the hunt. I heard Axel left.
They figured out that he said yes.
Okay.
Nigel.
So,
yes.
But something, so I'm gonna be a bit critical. Something, we don't know what, is communicating to us.
I think it has something to do with Nigel.
Maybe. Okay. I'll think about it a bit longer, but I think the A's are mixed up with E's, because that would make this yes, which would make it sort of an answer to the question, and it would also.
So, Nigel is a ghost.
Nigel, wait, hold on. Ask him. Like, just say it aloud.
Nigel, are you a ghost?
You a ghost?
But by the way, I just I want to somewhat explain the logistics of this. So, apparently, as the observer explained it, the Mirror of Fate has this recorded. So, the observer already knew this was going to happen.
Yeah.
So, he knew that he would pull Nigel out of the world of the living for this to work.
Ooh.
This is so. Nigel, are you safe?
So if we replace the A's with E's, which I think that's what they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Because maybe whoever was giving us this message wasn't the best at, Morse. This would mean that what Gander felt is yes, and what I felt is Nigel, which it would make more sense being spelled with an E.
True.
Nigel's a ghost.
But wait, what if it?
And I just tap out on Athena. Screw you.
It comes out as.
Hold on.
Well, okay.
Ghosts keep knocking on my door. Anyways, continue.
Okay.
Yes.
So, as Nigel says that, it comes out as Scraw, Yai.
Yai. I write it down.
SCRAWYOI.
And I tell.
Yai.
Oh wait, I can't write it down. I have to translate it to y'all.
Did you
I
feel
just felt.
Scryo?
is it one word or two different ones?
I think it's two different. Yeah, Scryo.
Okay. And I write it down in the spell book, and I want to do a wisdom check.
Okay, wisdom check.
One.
Ooh.
Yes, you passed that one. I don't know what
Okay.
you're doing a wisdom check for exactly, so.
And I just
the gargledness.
I just kind of chuckle to laugh to myself.
He doesn't actually say
What?
it.
What is it supposed to say?
Oh, it's nothing.
Tell me.
Anyways.
Yes. Okay, can Athena do a wisdom
Something.
Yeah, if you want to.
check? Okay, Gavin, can you do it? Thank you.
Ooh.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, so Athena
You got
puts
20.
2 and 2 together, and not only does she know what he actually tried to say, but she also is 100% certain that whatever is doing this is definitely Nigel.
Okay, so let's get one thing straight. He wants to say screw you, which no thanks. And I'm 99,000% sure this is Nigel telling us this, because who else would say screw you to a princess?
But how? How is he? In all the stories I've read, specters or spirits they only come about when.
But how do we know he's? Wait, Nigel,
Unrest.
are you a spirit?
Does he ask the observer this?
Yeah. It's like, am I a spirit?
Technically, yes. I mean, you're pretty much just your soul reformed into your last living body, so I guess you could say you could say that.
Well, then I say probably,
All right.
and it comes out
Who's he
probably.
Probably.
Wait, who does he tap it to?
Yeah, who's he tap it to?
Back to Dacius.
All right. I'm imagining the reason he's doing that is because the Mirror of Fate switches the camera, the camera angle, like it's an actual.
PROBOL.
Probable.
And then is that IE? Oh my god. Yeah, I think so.
Does he look up to the sky and he's like, Nigel, if this is you, you're terrible at Morse code.
Yeah.
Yes.
Listen, Nigel, if this is you talking to us, you're a bit rusty. Anyways,
I'm oxidized.
Also, but while this is going on, the observer, he's super entranced into what's going on, and Nigel looks over and he's kind of like, dude, you all right? Because he looks way too excited for some reason.
Yeah.
Does Nigel want to comment on that or?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, are you okay, dude? You look a little off.
Oh, sorry. It's just you're You're changing fate right now. I don't even know if the Mirror of Fate knows what'll happen next.
And it just shatters.
Oh, that would suck.
Nah.
That's hilarious.
That would be hilarious, but nah. I'm not that cruel. Well,
Yeah.
He goes, I'm not that cruel.
well,
As he just half smiles.
very
Anyway.
highly debatable.
Anyways, okay.
It is.
So we don't have concrete evidence that this is proof, or even this is supposed to be Morse code. But
I think it's Nigel, and I think it's supposed to be code.
we can probably find someone to help us out with this.
Well, let's rest first.
Can I say something? Can I tap something out that comes out perfectly, but I tap it on Lashana?
Yes.
It might be.
Yes.
And it's like, it's me, the idiot. I made friends with a spider.
By the way, I want to point out that no one has remembered Jaden's existence. And
If
Jaden,
I come across that freaking spider, I'm gonna kill it.
we cut to just real quick. It cuts to Jaden in the back alley, kind of looking a little scared because he's alone.
Once I'm done tapping out on Lashana, I just tap hi to him and see if he understands. He probably won't.
Okay, so as he's tapping that Lashana, her body starts her arms and legs shoot out as he's tapping her. So her body's just going crazy in the back of the caravan, and Athena's kind of scared.
What the
Oh
holy
my
lady?
god! What
Moms
the
of
fuck?
Athena, what?
It's Nigel possessing her.
Alright.
If only we still had the holy water.
Holy water hasn't worked on me in
No, holy water does not work on us spirits. I mean, well, not the celestial kind.
Oh crap, I forgot he was celestial. Ugh.
You keep forgetting that he's not
Yes,
a
you
demon.
keep
Yes,
forgetting.
he's not a
Yes.
demon. Well, I mean, it depends on. He is not classified as the race demon.
But depending on who you ask.
Yeah, depending on how Athena and everyone else views him, you could call him a demon.
Yeah.
I am not a demon. Athena wants to change, but it's Athena, so not gonna happen.
Also, by the way, since you said that, I'm going to keep that as canon because that's pointing out how her emotions, thoughts are meshing with Ifrit's emotions and thoughts, because she keeps calling him a monster, a demon, and now she's feeling it, and she's like, I don't want to be called a monster. They're both developing at the same time.
God, it's like
I'm so proud!
fantasy parasites. It's like a Neurax worm.
Okay, now look, I think we should try to get some rest because I need to move again.
And the sun is beginning to set.
Okay.
You know what? Yeah, but let's get to the outskirts of town.
Wow.
I don't feel safe here.
But
Can I tap out on Dacius? Don't forget Jaden.
Yeah, real quick before you do that. So before Dacius leaves, he hears a voice calling, which he did not want to hear ever again. Oh, peasant! And as he looks out, he sees the other party.
Athena goes, hide me!
What is it?
Hide me!
What do you...
He takes out a piece of paper. I thought you might find this interesting. He tosses it to Dacius, and Dacius catches it, and it seems to be a quest from the guild, and it says like the description: rogue necromancer, affiliation unknown, threat level, and it had like 3 stars.
Is this a job?
If you would like it to be. I just thought that, well, considering you said you lost somebody, you might want to find someone who could bring them back.
I don't like him.
And he just looks at the card. We'll see.
I don't like him. Can we move?
But I must warn you, we are taking that job as well.
Oh.
Oh.
How about we make it a challenge to see who can get to that necromancer first?
And if we get there first, I swear I'm gonna kill him.
Hey, calm down.
Hey.
Don't worry, we'll be staying at the inn tonight. But tomorrow, we'll get up bright and early and start making our way.
Athena?
I don't care. I have Ifrit.
No. Listen, Athena.
No,
Athena.
I will kill him.
No, listen.
No, don't.
I'm not trying to calm you down.
like in the caravan, they're arguing.
Listen, Athena, I'm not trying to calm you down. I'm not trying to. I'm asking you a question.
Outside the other group, they just kind of like stare at each other, and the mage is like, are they okay?
Listen.
I will kill him. I don't like him.
We're gonna use your gold tonight, or maybe tomorrow morning. We're gonna use some of it.
What?
Because I have an idea.
Oh, okay. Explain.
All right. We, at some point, are going to head over to the general store, and we're gonna stock up on everything we could possibly need.
Oh.
Because I know you got tons of money.
I did not, and don't tell him that, because they might come rob us.
Well, I'm not going to tell them that.
And Ifrit appears on the crystal on her chest. But to be clear, she does have a good bit.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I know. Anyways.
Okay. Ifrit, go back inside.
Anyways.
Sorry.
We're not going to tell them anything. They don't need to know shit.
Well, right when I'm able to, I swear I'm going to use Ifrit.
Stop saying that.
Those smug bastards.
Okay, let's go. We're gonna go head to the outskirts of town. We're gonna rest up unless you want to hit the general store first. Because otherwise...
No, let's rest up and to let Athena regain her... Okay, Athena's saying this. Let's rest up, and then, after I regain my actual movement back, then we'll go to the general store, and then we'll head on that freaking quest.
Alright. We have to wake up early.
Okay.
Right? Before dawn, if we want to get to that general store.
Okay. Bye, Smuggies.
Alright.
And
we accept your challenge.
And the maid starts waving. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Kill you!
Man, she reminds me of somebody.
Someone who I don't really care to remember.
Except she's more of a bitch.
Mariella?
As he thinks about this, like he gets a huge headache, and a memory flashes, in his mind, and he sees in his memory, he sees what appears to be a human, with long silver hair in a wizard garb.
Theseus?
Who is that? Oh my god.
And and like he feels like there's a name to this person, but he can't quite. Actually, you know what? Roll 1d20. I want to see if he could possibly remember some of this name.
Ooh.
Okay. So all he can remember as he's thinking as hard as he can, even though his head is hurting a lot. He knows the name starts with an M.
Who is that? God.
Dacius, are you alright?
No! Oh, my head hurts. Let's get to the outskirts of town. I need to sleep.
So they take the caravan over to the outskirts, and as they do, they find Jaden, who seems very happy to see them. And
oh my God! I forgot.
I did too. What are we going to tell him?
Tell who?
Well, they're at the outskirts now. Like they see him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
What?
the spider. What are we? I mean, it was Nigel's pet. What are we?
Just let him hitch a ride.
Hey,
That thing. And I motion for the spider to come closer.
Oh, and it does, and it goes over, and like it's looking around the caravan as if trying to find.
Okay, so wait, sorry, what happened? Because my thing kicked me out.
What was the last thing you heard?
Last thing I heard was, Gavin rolled a 1d20, and then my thing went, nope.
Okay. So what happened was he saw a vision of somebody that he used to know, maybe, and he remembered that their name started with an M, but he couldn't remember anything else. Then they were going to the outskirts of town so they could rest, and as we got there, they saw Jaden, Nigel's pet spider.
Ew! Can I kill it?
Oh my God!
You might try
Gander.
What?
Please kill that spider.
This is great. I just realized we can use this spider as a sentry. And maybe it can help us. Because look at the size of that thing.
I mean, yes, but how are we going to, tell it what to do?
I think it'll figure out. Well, tonight we're gonna get some rest, but tomorrow we're gonna gear up. And I think we might have to gear up a little extra something.
Oh. But Jaden continues to look around the caravan, and they can't quite tell because, well, they don't exactly know how to know what its species looks like through its expressions, but they could tell that they're pretty sure it's worried because it keeps going around the caravan. It knows that Nigel's not there.
Yeah.
Hey. And I motion it to get up to the top of the caravan.
Yeah, I don't want to sleep with that thing near me.
But it doesn't do it. It just keeps circling around the caravan because it's looking
Wait a
everywhere.
minute.
Hey, let's get back up there. Yeah, let's not sleep near me.
Athena, stop.
No.
Oh.
Well, it can't even fit. Like that's how big it is. Like I mean, it could fit if it got inside, but it can't fit in the doorway.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that works.
We'll let it just do that for a while.
Now let's sleep.
All right, so Lashana technically is already asleep. Athena pretty much just knocks herself out just immediately. And
closes her eyes and goes,
Man, she has all the good powers. She can even sleep faster than everyone else.
she can even sleep faster. Well, I mean, even though she can't move her body, she's pretty much been mentally torturing herself this entire time. So, like, and especially considering that Ifrit is in her, like, she's mentally exhausted.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, she still can technically just make herself go to sleep.
I mean, yeah, I mean, at least this time. And then Gander and Dacius close their eyes. And as they all fall asleep, Jaden continues to go around the caravan until he realizes Nigel is not there. So he goes over into a corner and lays down on the ground away from the caravan.
Yeah, because something might kill it.
Who would that be?
I don't know.
It can't fit in
Well,
the van,
what a great session.
Yep, that's the session.
Are we playing tomorrow?
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm good with playing tomorrow. That works for me.
Can you all play tomorrow?
Yeah,
can everyone play tomorrow?
I can.
I can.
Xander, what about you?
I don't know. Hang on, let me go ask her.
Okay. Yeah, because this was great. Oh, she left because Lashana was passed out, and I guess it's because she doesn't pay attention much anyway. So she just.
Well, yeah, and I think that works too, though, because if she's passed out, she wouldn't know what all was happening.
Yeah, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this was a great session. I'm glad that we introduced the other party.
Yes, and I want to kill them. They are so smug and I hate arrogant people.
I know. There's things to there's things about them that may or may not be revealed.
I'll have to double check to make sure my mom's okay with it, but Aunt Vic says I can. Also,
Okay.
I found a tennis ball for Cauliflower to chase.
Nice.
Well,
Cool.
you have like
boxer mix. He's a big dog.
You have like 20 hours to figure out. So I mean, it's fine. It's no hurry.
Yeah, because things are going to happen in this quest to possibly see the necromancer, the rogue necromancer.
Well, I mean, even if I can't play tomorrow, you guys can still play without me. Because, I mean, of course, all I'm doing is just sitting there, watching, chugging Dragon Daniels, and just tapping out Morse code messages.
But you still, like, greatly affect the story. Like, it might not seem that way, but literally, Nigel's tapping, his random Morse code tapping, literally gave everyone a spark.
Yeah. We all have a newfound resolve.
Yeah. Like
what, to avenge your friend?
Well, no, it's to try to, like, if you, because they think you're a ghost, or at least you're there somehow, which you aren't, but they don't know that. So their goal, I mean, before it was to get revenge on the dragon cult, but even then they weren't really motivated because they were just angry and depressed. But
well, not only that, but we got our shit kicked in.
That too. But now, while, they're still afraid of the dragon cult, and they're still angry at the dragon cult, and they're sad about his death, now they know he's not fully gone, or at least they think he's not. So their new goal is to somehow get him back. And since this other group, who turned on their video thing?
I don't know.
Ah, crap. I think I had the wrong button. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. It's not showing anything anyway.
Yeah.
But like,
Can you see anything now?
Yes.
Ah, crap! It's not accessible.
So how come we?
Well, that's okay.
You know, Corey.
But yeah, our new goal is to try to figure out like how to get Nigel back if they can, and I just want everyone to think about why these smug pricks would take a job like the Necromancer, but also give it to our to use.
Hey, Corey.
It's food for thought. Do they just want to flex and be like, haha, we beat you to this job that might save your friend, or is there more?
You know, I think it's partially that. I think that's partially that, but he did say that, like, ooh, maybe you could get the Necromancer to revive one of your friends. So I think they want to flex, but they also want to be massive dicks. They want to dunk on the Bugman.
Well, I guess we'll have to find out tomorrow.
That would be a pretty fucked up dunk, though.
I mean, listen. I think we've established that I am not above doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
So to be honest, that could very well be the case, and there might be a full. And the next boss might be a full party brawl against these three.
Hey, Corey.
But who knows?
Well, I do have an idea with that Necromancer.
Want to kill the arrogant people. I hate arrogant people.
You know,
that's why I made them arrogant.
Yeah.
I would like to say, Dacius doesn't really want to kill them. He doesn't really want to kill them, but he does fucking hate them at this point.
Yeah, he wants them to.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna roll one last wisdom check just to see something.
Okay. Is it about like the? Okay, yeah. So the session isn't quite over yet, depending on his wisdom. Okay. Was it to see if he got like another memory or something?
No, it was to see if he could get any more pissed off at that group.
Oh,
because
okay.
even if it's not the case, even if you know,
I actually, you know what? I think the lower the roll you get on that is the makes him angrier. So yeah, I think to be honest, I think that he does get angrier at them.
I think I made a typo.
Well, I have my.
Did I make a typo?
Yes. Tomorrow, Athena will be functional again.
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna be scary.
God.
It's like a countdown to. It's like the midnight clock for the world.
Yeah.
You know, Athena's only gonna use Ifrit to kill the arrogant people.
Okay.
Hey, Gavin, did I make a typo in my nickname?
Did you?
Yes,
I think I did.
You put a G instead of an H.
Did that correct it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please change your nickname.
There you go. Hey, you know what? We should all like have our nicknames be our characters.
Hey, Corey.
Because why not?
Yeah. So how come we don't do video chat on Discord with everybody? When we play D&D.
Yeah, because it's awkward, and plus it like it's I think it helps with the imagination if we don't see our faces.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but I don't have any way of actually showing my face because I'm doing this on my computer and I don't have a webcam or anything.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I like being in the dark, and so that and plus it would just screw up all of our connections and introduce more latency for something that was just unnecessary.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go. So Audrey, you'll have to change your nickname if you could, or you'll have to get someone.
Well, you are the only one who has the ability to do that.
Yeah, you're the only one.
So, Corey, you can change her nickname for her.
I can change my nickname.
Like, remotely. Yeah, because you're the admin.
I didn't know that I could change it for people.
I think I gave most of you guys admin privileges in TWC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most of you guys are admins. I know at least Gavin is an admin.
Nice.
A bully, man. Not y'all.
Yeah, I'll work on that.
I see you changed yours to Gander.
Yeah, I'll figure out because I'm doing it on the iPad, so
yeah, it's just a random hunter.
If you could give me like admin privileges, then I would be able to do it for her.
Yeah, I'll just work on that because it's
okay.
Yeah, the session's already over, so
yeah.
But yeah, so tomorrow we'll be back and we'll be on the race to see who can get to this necromancer.
That sounds good.
Before these douchebags can.
These douchebags.
Okay, so I've got the roles on mine set up to where they display separately, and under admins, I've got Audrey, Penguin, and Xander. Catbot and Rhythm are in the bot party. Gavin, you and Tessa are showing up as offline, and
that's because I have myself set to invisible. Get fucked.
And where is Corey?
He's dead.
Oh, you are an admin.
If keyboard check VK
I was gonna say,
enter.
how come I'm not an admin, or am I?
See, but I'm royalty, and I asked Xander to put me in admin.
You actually didn't. I just put you in admin. Shit. What the heck?
You didn't ask. You said.
Yeah.
Okay, manage user.
But
admins. Okay,
things are
admin and the hippies role.
I will say, again, I say this every single session. I say it all the time, and I'm going to say it again. Things did not turn out exactly how I thought they would.
Something tells me that every session things usually turn out worse than you thought they would.
It depends on how you define.
Tessa, I don't care about.
Narrative-wise, I think it makes sense that we'd be getting our shit kicked in a bunch, because this is like, we've literally just started this whole thing.
Oh yeah,
so.
and like, I do have, because again, Dacius has been around for a while, but he's also got mysterious amnesia. So I do have an explanation for that amnesia and why he's level 1.
Yeah.
Because I will say,
I thought he was level 2.
Or well, he's level 1 by the beginning of the D&D. Instead of like a level. I don't know what the max level of D&D is, like 10.
It's like at various points in the fucking game, we're all just gonna somehow get a bullshit power.
Yeah.
For Athena, it's gonna be at some point using Ifrit. For Gander, well, I think it's just gonna be being Gander and just fucking shit up.
He's gonna learn how to control the time magic.
Yeah, and then Dacius at some point is gonna like remember some fucking stupid spell or something. He'll go through his caravan and find a book with a spell that says the spell of literally fuck off. It'll have a bunch of chicken scratch and shit. Like a bunch of wizards look like they just sort of drew their names on it. And
okay,
then
guys,
somewhere in there will
in
be the
this
spell.
Chat, with the exception of Tessa, but she's not even here. You're all labeled as admins and hippies in TWC.
Cool.
Nice.
I should just disable the hippies role for everyone except Audrey.
If you guys do want that, I'm cool with having.
Cool.
Because, like, we've already been having character arcs already, but it would be, if you guys want, I can definitely have, like, points in the story where our arcs come to a head and then we gain some power that shows how we have grown, like our characters have grown as people, and thus we have become more powerful, and this power represents.
One thing I would like to say is, in a sense, we've all been doing things very oddly. We've all had a card, a trick up our sleeve. Like, you think about it, and it's like, Athena should have fucking died. And I mean, she did once, but that was for something completely unrelated.
You mean Lashana?
Or Lashana, I keep getting them mixed up. Lashana should have died.
Which again, I do have a reason, and I was thinking about possibly, like, showing their,
What the hell, Xander?
Showing their the reason how she's alive, hinting at it.
I mean, in the fight, like whenever she got fucking clobbered by that one guy.
Yeah.
Like we all had in that fight a little moment. Like we were doing awful, but we all had this little moment of like, wow, that motherfucker just pulled that off.
Yeah.
Like, so we are a mixture of being the worst and sometimes the best.
Yeah.
Which I think
I'm gonna pop off here.
All right. See you, Xander.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
And I think narratively that works because we've all been through a lot of shit.
Oh yeah, like,
you know, all of us.
Like even if it's not like immediately present, all stronger than average people. Like, all of our characters are stronger than average people. Even at level 1, we all have some sort of skill or magic that no normal person has.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. It's just we're a group of heroes who we're adequate. It's just we're pitted against things far stronger than we are.
Yeah. And not only that, but we're also very, very prone to just making mistakes. Like, if we were all working at full ability all the time, you know, without mistakes, even like character mistakes, not even bad rolls, but even just like character mistakes, like whenever we didn't kill those 2 cultists, like we would be in such an amazing position.
Yeah, but we aren't, and that's good.
Yeah,
it makes it more interesting.
Yes, because it shows that our characters aren't perfect, which I will say was a big issue with the original. Like, our characters were pretty unkillable. Like, of course, Audrey, you wouldn't know because you weren't there. But like, our characters, I don't think anything really bad ever happened to our characters.
No,
I don't think so.
If that was the fucking, you know, Saturday morning cartoon version, this is the book that the cartoon version is based off of or something.
Oh yeah, like, and I've been meaning to ask you this, Audrey. Compared to the other campaign you played, what do you think of this one?
The other one I played was definitely less. How do I explain it? Was not as like, this one's less.
The other one was more like a game, sort of.
Yeah, this one's has more surprises and like more unexpected. Like the other one, at the end of every session, he would our DM would explain us like, okay, so this happened, but why? And it would kind of get boring at times, where we would just be walking. But I didn't. Whenever I started, my character kind of just came out of nowhere. So, like, but it was like a lot of times we would literally sit there and do nothing. But like this, there's always something like interesting, and like he would always decide what our characters did, and we really didn't get to.
Yeah, that is one thing that I have never done, even since the beginning. I've never made characters do things, unless, of course, it's NPCs.
Yeah.
If it's your character, whatever you choose to do, I'll allow you to do it.
or at least try.
Yeah, like I always say, as long as you can think of it, because that's the thing, is they're even, because again, the reason why I don't, like, none of my predictions for what will happen, they never come true, is because I think of what, like, if I had control of this character, this is what I would do. But I'm not that character. So so you guys will come up with things that is like your character would completely do. It's something they would do. It's just something I never expected, and of course I'm A-okay with that because I feel because they are your characters. You know them better than I do.
Well, not only that, but that I think that makes it better for all of us because, well, it adds a bit more unexpectedness. Like I don't know what everyone else is gonna do.
Exactly.
I only know what I'm gonna do, and that can change if somebody else does something.
That's why I love these kinds of D&Ds where I come up with the beginning, I come up with the end, and then I come up with some key moments like in the middle. Just key moments though. But everything like pretty much everything in the middle, even some key moments, will just come up out of complete nowhere because characters do things that I don't think they'll do, and I love that.
See, yeah, because like whenever I played last time, it would be like, okay, so your character needs to do this if you guys want to survive. And like none of our characters ever like had like an unexpected turn and stuff. So it kind of got, at some points it was like really exciting, and other points it was like really boring. And like whenever we got like, because last time I was a sorceress too, and I got up to like we all got up to level 4, and then we kind of just stopped playing because it got really boring. He wouldn't let us go anywhere with the story. Kind of just like there was no point to it. I mean, there was no. It was like, okay, so we're just going because we can. It's like, no, like
it's not like this one where our characters have had several goals throughout this whole story.
And like we didn't get to decide our backstories. Like our backstories were decided for us.
Oh, what?
Oh, come on.
Come on now.
That's like most of the fun.
That's literally like rule 1 of character creating. It's make a backstory for your character.
This is the 3rd campaign that I've done. I've done another one, but that one was like a lot of fun. But the other one, it was like really, it was like all he told us was like, so that you decided it, and then you have to like base it off of that. And I'm over here like, nah.
Yeah.
So we all just kind of got bored with it and like quit playing. And like he got really mad because like it was like, but it's a lot of fun. I was like, maybe for you, but like the rest of us.
Yeah. If you're the one sitting there deciding everyone's stories, like it might be. But
like of course for the guy controlling everything, it's fun.
That's one thing you definitely really have to think about if you're a DM. Like, I might be having a grand old time. Is everybody else?
Yeah, exactly.
You're the one orchestrating the game.
Right, and I have to make sure that everyone's having fun. Which, I have fun being on my toes, not knowing what everyone is going to want to do.
But that's what one of my other... That's like the second campaign... Well, actually, that was my second campaign. But the first campaign that I did... it was a demon type thing, and I ended up dying, which I was okay with, but like it was just like that one was like so unexpected, and there was a point to it. Like this one is probably my favorite out of the 3 I've done. But
well, thank you.
You're welcome. That's a high compliment because I'm royalty.
That's good.
But I just like this one the best because like there's actually a point to it, and like it's like we got to decide our backstories.
Yeah, we got to decide our backstories. Our backstories have literally influenced everything our characters have done up to this point.
Yeah. Like either the other 2 campaigns I actually got to decide.
Like nothing, like I don't think anything that's happened in this campaign has been for nothing, which I'm honestly surprised about.
See, but same. I was actually expecting it to be completely honest, I was actually expecting it to be really, really boring. Like, I was just like,
Yeah.
okay, you know what? I'm just gonna give it one more try, because because the last two weren't, like, the best experience, but, like, I was like, this is probably gonna be really boring. So I was like, okay, you know, I'll do it, but then, you know, I was like,
even though the other campaigns were shallow and easy, they were still fun. But this one, well, first, there's a little moral ambiguity sprinkled every now and then, and there's an actual challenge. Like, with all of the shit we've been through, I've been, well, first, obviously we can die.
Yeah, which thanks to Nigel, I have established now, for 100% certainty, our characters can die.
Yeah.
And depending on how things end up, they can die permanently.
Yeah. So, it's like, as much, even though there was a lot of stuff that sort of just fell perfectly into place, and otherwise we would have been fucked, I kind of like that, you know, because there's difficulty. It's a story.
Because it's an uphill battle, but it's a winnable battle.
Yeah.
Need help with
it's just, we can't...
Overlay. Enable mobile voice overlay.
This is kind of what I like. I think we can all relate to our characters really well, in the sense that
noise reduction.
Both our characters and us know that if we fuck up too bad, it's done.
Oh yeah, of course. Because all of our characters have been on the brink of death.
Let my operating system
so many times.
Force calls to use.
Wait, has Athena?
Force calls to not use.
Yes, she has.
Yeah, because I mean, you put yourself in harm's way at the very beginning when the one cult assumed general attacked with the literal dragon, and you saved Gander. Then you were in danger with the Wyvern Hornet Queen.
Get invite link.
And the
assassin. And the assassin.
Open
and
Discord.
Ifrit.
Switch channels.
Yeah.
Open Discord. Tap to activate.
I actually forgot about the
Yeah, if you didn't roll that charisma,
voice assistant,
because isn't that what she did?
Yeah,
she did
her end.
Did the befriending thing.
Yeah, which was with charisma. If you didn't get a high enough charisma, Ifrit would not have listened, and a few possibilities would have happened. Either
he would have possessed me.
He would have possessed you, and you might have died, or you might not have died, but like your body, like you couldn't use Athena anymore because her body would have gone somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because, you know.
So weird.
Or Lashana could have destroyed the crystal. I will say what would happen at that point if she destroyed the crystal, if you would like to know.
Yes, I want to know.
Okay, at that point, if Lashana did destroy the crystal, what would have happened is Athena would have been freed of Ifrit. She would have been okay. I mean, I think her body would have still been just like it is now, paralyzed until like tomorrow. But what would have happened is, because she broke the crystal and their like fusion and connection wasn't full yet.
Yeah.
What would have happened is Ifrit would have been freed, and then he would have been a new boss monster that we'd have to take down at some point, because he'd be free and he'd want to destroy everything.
Okay, well then I'm glad that I've trapped him, because like thinking about it, I kind of want to keep Ifrit, but like at the same time, like I don't want to.
Because the interesting thing about Ifrit is there is a lot about Ifrit that has not been revealed yet. It has been hinted at. It has very much been hinted at, especially with how Dacius is reacting to it, and Mariella. Ifrit may or may not have connections to both of those two characters.
Yeah.
But the thing about Ifrit is, at the moment, his whole changing of like his personality and stuff, thanks to being connected to Athena, it kind of like, it's kind of not a big thing. It's kind of like a jokey thing too, because he's feeling her emotions and stuff, and he's acting a lot friendlier. But when the history of Ifrit will come into play eventually, then it will be a much bigger, like, oh,
Yeah.
Oh shit. We we changed this thing.
Yeah.
Into Ifrit.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I find I kind of like that too, because thanks to what Athena did, even though you could consider it stupid, it allows me to develop a character who would otherwise pretty much just be known as a villain, just a villain who,
to be fair,
had an environmental issue.
I mean, Ifrit is still a villain, but
yes,
he's got some depth.
Yeah, he's still a villain, but I'm saying if
he would have just been like, mustache twirling,
he would have been like, yes, I am free now. Now I can destroy all cities and all.
But now he's like, oh fuck, I'm still not free.
Well, and again, things will. I have a scene planned later. It's going to be a big scene. I will say it does concern Athena as well. It'll be a scene where it's pretty much a what to do about Athena situation that all the characters except Athena will have.
I mean, to be fair,
so it will be about Athena, but Athena won't be in it.
Well,
I think, I think she'll be like asleep or something. Yeah. She'll be like asleep, and then, but again, I don't know these things.
Luckily, because I think we were thinking that, like, what are we going to do about this? But now we've been distracted by like 3 other things.
Yeah, exactly. So this scene can happen anywhere, but
at any time.
I'm hoping it happens later. Where pretty much, it'll be them concerning Athena, because they all know, out of everybody, like even Lashana, who has messed up a couple.
Yeah.
Athena has ruined everything for everyone. So this scene will be the big turning point where, like, what happens in the story, what goes through.
That's so sad.
I know, but it works. It works with what I'm trying.
I understand.
With the story that I'm trying to... Like, I like how Athena messes. I really do, because it allows things to happen.
It allows for a possible redemption arc.
Yes, a possible redemption arc. And the scene I was talking about, depending on, again, how it go when it happens, there might be a power part in it where they're like, where everyone has like a revelation about Athena, but again, that depends on what happens.
Yeah.
But right now they're not thinking, because all of our characters have different things on their minds, or mainly the same thing.
Yeah. Like right now, everyone's mind is 2 things. The main thing it is on is, let's go see that necromancer so we can figure out if we can get Nigel back. But the secondary thing is to hurry up and beat those snobs so we can not only get our friend back, but their note.
Yeah.
I do have an idea for that. A lot of ideas, a lot of possible ways, and they all tie into things that I've been wanting to do for a while. And I've still been thinking about what I'm going to do with all of the materials that I'm going to be gathering. I've had a lot of ideas, and they've been in flux based on what's happened. But I think there's only one real thing that I should do with all of these materials, if I can get them.
What I want, okay, so tomorrow it's going to be starting off like us getting up to go to the general store, right?
Yes. That is the assumed starting point.
Okay.
God, for all we know, we could all get up, be tired, and fucking fall face first out of the caravan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the entire session, we start an entirely new chapter where for some reason we're in a dreamscape together.
Oh my
because
God.
we're all knocked out. So we have an entire. So we have an entire adventure in the dreamscape, and then it is a real rush to get to beat them because we were asleep for hours.
But
I may or may not be
thinking,
considering that now. Anyway, continue.
I'm hoping,
Please continue.
and I'm hoping that Dacius will be able to pull through, because the projects that I have in mind are hopefully going to both tie into his past and very tightly tie into his future.
I will say about his past, do you have any theories based on the information given in this session? You don't have to tell me them if you don't want to. You can, you can PM me those.
I've got one theory that I'm honestly really hoping for. But, you know, because I'm kind of going for the things that make the most sense, you know?
I will say, thing I love about this campaign, I mean, well, alright, I love everything about this campaign, but one of my favorite things about this campaign, and it is thanks to you guys, this campaign has really, I have never done building as well as I've done in this session in anything. I don't think I've done world building better than I've done in this D&D. Because there's, like, thanks to you guys, and thanks to just random things I've thought about, thanks to what's been going on, I've thought of lore. I've thought of a bunch of things that have happened way before the campaign even started.
Well, not only that, but we've also been taking this a lot slower and a lot more methodical. You know, one thing I would like to say is oftentimes you get a bit more detailed than I expect, which is a good thing because you're not just telling us where we are, but you're also telling us what the mood is, which, depending on where and what the mood is, can really give an idea of the state of the world.
Yeah,
you know,
I've been trying to improve that, because if there is one thing about the past two campaigns we did that I look back on and I think I did the worst of, is actually describing things.
See, but you've
Well, not
done
only that,
really good in this one.
But you know,
thank
we've also just taken a lot of times in the places that we've been. I mean, we literally had an entire fucking half a session dedicated to eating shit and there was so much shit that was going on that just perfectly fell into place. What with the assassin and Gander getting drunk.
And the best part is it makes sense. I don't think I've done anything in this session so far. It is a big leap in logic.
See,
like I've given and every like mystery and everything, I've given you enough information. Like Sarsis being an assassin or a cult member, which is what a lot of you thought. I gave you enough information. She had the scar. She didn't talk much.
Yeah. You know, and thinking back, I was kind of stupid for not thinking that. But at the same time, it works out because we had that entire dinner scene where none of us knew.
Exactly.
So now that we know...
Not even Mariella. She even said in the session, the only time... Like, she only knew the food, like, something changed about the food after Gander purified it. Before she couldn't tell. So that right there, I will say that gives you two things. One, it shows that, like, Mariella can't detect she's not all powerful.
Yeah.
Even though she does seem like that sometimes. But, and the second thing it shows is Sarsis, or not just her, but like the Shadow Troop, have poison powerful enough that they cannot be detected by magic.
Not only that, it does put up a couple other, two other scary things. First, they know who we are.
Yep. For details.
They've definitely identified us.
7-day trials. Cancel anytime.
It's no mystery.
And
but
the second thing,
showing items 1 to 58 or 58.
They could be anywhere, and they could do almost anything. If Dacius and Gander didn't get drunk, we'd all be fucked.
Yeah, which that changes again, and it goes back to how everything in this campaign has mattered in some
Yeah.
ways. At first, that was just a very goofy, funny scene, but it turned out that it was the reason everyone survived.
Yeah.
Like nothing.
You know, it's funny too because that was the roll of a fucking dice.
Yep.
You know, you weren't guaranteed to even land on that purify thing.
Again, what I wanted to happen was I wanted him to roll the like he challenges a random person into a fight.
Yeah.
And then maybe that is what makes them not eat because Gander's fighting random people and they're like, okay, we gotta get out of here because like he's fighting people. Or he decides to randomly fight Sarsis. And then like she's not trying to fight back because she knows as soon as she does she's gonna like reveal herself, but maybe like her hair gets messed up and her brand is shown.
Yeah.
Or something. But like back to our very first dungeon, which was a complete joke of a mini dungeon at first.
Paul!
Yes, Paul. I only thought that to be a fun, weird mini dungeon that would have no side effects to the story at all.
And it turns out
in reality it was the biggest story moment so far.
And it was so fucking grueling and painful.
Yes,
like
it was.
God.
But can we resurrect Paul?
This so far, this session so far is the only real session that I think it wasn't story bits being creative, but it was story bits being revealed. Things didn't necessarily happen to this session that were that important, or at least they weren't actions. Like, characters were just figuring out things. Because really, all that's happened is, you know, we came back from, you know, fucking up the, quote, winning against the dragon cult, and, you know, we went to the...
Well, and that's another thing. That's why I'm, like, introducing all of these characters.
Are we almost done?
Another thing is I didn't, in either of our campaigns, even Starfinder, which that one's a little more usable, going from planet to planet, and I did have more NPCs in that one. But, like, this is the first one where I've truly had NPCs, and my goal with them, and I think it's worked so far, is to show that this world doesn't revolve around characters.
Yeah.
Gander's goal is to change the world, but the world does not want to be changed by him. And that goes for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this will especially become apparent in the next session because my goal for the next session is, of course, at some point we will meet the other party again.
Nice.
Depending on what happens, we will learn things about this other party. And my end goal with that is to show once and that the world does not around our characters. It is a lesson that I'm hoping the other characters will learn from this exchange that might happen.
I mean, I already got that the first time my character almost died, which, I mean, I honestly expected him to die, you know?
Yeah.
But I thought it was planned. I thought for some reason Gavin wanted to die.
No.
Not originally. I mean, whenever Dacius jumped towards the thing, he did know that he was going to die at that point. He was ready to die. But all the time before that.
Yeah, no, we barely rehearse anything. Like pretty
that's
much.
What I honestly thought, because I was like, okay, so maybe for some reason Gavin wants to die so he like doesn't have to play anymore or something.
No.
I was like, what up? Like, what?
Yeah, if somebody doesn't want to continue playing or something important comes up and they're like, I don't think I'm gonna, like with Tessa, where she didn't think she'd be able to play anymore because of being grounded, then I will outright say this person can't play anymore, so we're going to have to figure out what we want to do with their character.
Yeah.
But like the only thing Gavin has told I know, of course I'm not gonna say exactly what he told me about things he wants, but like the only things he's really told me are he's told me like things he liked about the sessions. He's told me certain things he would like to see happen.
Yeah.
But he doesn't even go into great detail on, which of course I prefer, because then it surprised me too.
Yeah.
Surprises me too.
See, but you got the message of what Tessa and I.
Yes. Yeah. So the issue with that, and I'm not saying this as a I can't do it or I will do it. I'm just saying the issue with that is the way I've structured the like how the world currently is at the moment. The way I've structured that with what you asked me is it's not that it can't work, it's that I have to figure out how it would work.
Yeah.
So that is the biggest struggle with that one, but that does not mean that I can't do it.
Yeah, no, I understand.
One thing that I would like to say is, you know, I'm actually really fine with how procedural Dacius's backstory has been, because it makes sense that he wouldn't know anything about it and that I wouldn't know much about it at all.
Yeah,
other than
because, just... and if you want me to at least tell you, like, a very basic reason of why he doesn't remember, I am perfectly okay with telling you. But if you want it to be a complete surprise, then again, I am completely okay with that.
There is only one thing about his backstory that I'm really rooting for.
What's that?
And, you know, mainly because that would mean it would make sense why he's never bumped into any like, it would make sense why, even though he forgot, that was a flash of lightning.
Jeez, dude.
Even though
it's thunder in here, and it's scary.
Even though he's forgotten,
I don't know if it's thundering where I am. I haven't looked at the weather.
Everything. The thing I'm rooting for would make sense why he hasn't remembered up until now. Just as a little hint, if, you know, you saw someone that you knew that was alive and well, it might bring back some memories, and he hasn't seen, you know.
So there's a thing. Again, I think I know what you're insinuating, and there's a big thing. There's a huge reason why he wouldn't remember that, why he wouldn't remember a lot of things, and I do have a reason for that. I will say, like, the thing about Dacius's backstory, the big thing, and I think it's fine to just say this.
What's that?
He lost. That's just it. In his backstory, he lost. What did he lose? Why did he lose it? I won't say. But basic, he lost. And if we do come back to this world, and we do the prequel campaign I mentioned, I think it would be very cool if we did get to play this backstory.
Oh, and I'd really love to play him. I do have an idea of having his personality be a lot different.
Yeah, I think that would make sense. I think
same with Athena, because like Athena.
Well, back then Athena wouldn't exist.
Yeah,
like,
this is a long.
That is so true.
Yeah, so I mean, you could play as her ancestor.
Yeah.
But
like that's not a question, especially since it's like a royal bloodline. So
I was also rooting on the fact
mostly cloudy with a chance of showers with a slight chance of thunderstorms.
Partially because, well, it would be really boring to say that, oh, he just had some spell on him and he forgot, and then he goes over and he meets his entire family and everything's happy.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen.
Are you guys almost done?
Backstory
because I'm ready to.
Is he lost. He just lost.
The thing is,
whatever he did lose.
The thing is that I'm kind of liking about his backstory is, I'm thinking.
So there's a problem.
Up until now, he didn't care. It's like
right.
Yeah.
So he's been through shit, but he doesn't remember being through any sort of shit.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and I have the perfect moment of when he will start to, because thanks to his adventures and getting to know these characters and everything, he's begun to bond with. Because I don't think, because even though he said like, oh, you know, I've had some wizarding pals and stuff, but I don't think those were like really friends of his. It was more like, these are just some dudes I met at a bar, and they were but like he's learning to bond again. I will say that he's learning to bond again.
Yeah, like he's never been in like he's never had.
Okay, hang on, we got a problem. For whatever reason, I cannot get audio response from Discord, and I don't know why. It's like I'm muted or something. However, I'm not. Let me see something. Shit. Hang on. Get back in there.
The lore and backstory to, and it does like affect him in some ways. So at first you might be thinking, oh, you're kind of making him a Mary Sue at this point, but like it involves him, but at the same time it doesn't. It doesn't involve him at all.
My thing is I'm saying that he's been through some shit, but he didn't really have anything to do with the shit.
Right,
the
yeah,
shit
exactly.
Just sort of, you know.
And that's 100% how this happened.
He was never an important figure. He
was a dude.
Yeah.
He was a dude. He had like his race is important, sort of, kind of, not really.
They're important in the sense that most other races are important.
Right? Yeah, they're like his race is pretty much on the level of like demons or elves or stuff like that, where prominent things.
Yeah.
Somewhat. But like his backstory does involve him just being a dude. And of course, if we do the prequel campaign, which I would like to do after like a Starfinder one or something, like we could expand on this like tenfold. But the ultimate thing about that campaign that we will all have to come to terms with, which might make that one better than this one, depending on, again, how it plays out and how you look at it. We won't win.
Yeah.
We cannot win the prequel.
Whenever we go to the general store tomorrow, I want either Dacius or Gander, me or Dacius or Gander to go in. Like, not Lashana, and only because there's something. I don't want both of them, but I want one of them. Either one, because there's something that what I'm thinking about and what.
Bless you.
Bless you.
I'm thinking that it's probably going to be Dacius because he brought up the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wanting Dacius, but Gander, Gander would also be like.
Yeah, I think Gander would go in too, because he
or all three, because
he does need some new gear.
Yeah, I think if you're wanting to have like a 1-to-1 story moment, and I think it's possible for all of us. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think all that's at least a high probability is that we're going to enter the general store. whatever.
But like we split up into like two groups, like LaShawn and someone, and like me and someone.
Well,
okay.
He goes,
that's probably what's going to happen anyway. And what I mean by that is we're all going to be at different parts of the store looking for different things, probably.
Yeah. So
I think I think for those that care, we all might have a little something that we want to get from the store before we go off to get our ass kicked a third time.
Yeah.
But somehow win.
I mean,
if you want to call it a win.
Well, I mean, definitely wants to sell stuff at the jungle.
If you remember the the Necromancer's affiliation.
What did you say?
I said the Necromancer's affiliation.
You keep. Oh my God! You keep cutting out.
Discord, I hate it. Not really. I like Discord.
All I heard was the Necromancer's affiliation.
Unknown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see where that goes, because depending on how it goes, I know there's a thing that I want to do. But at the same time, with certain things, whenever I'm preparing for certain events, usually I'll have a decent amount of evidence to say, like, yeah, it's probably going to go like this. I'll usually have a good idea of whether or not it's going to go south. You know, like, whenever we went to that dragon camp, I did find it incredibly suspicious that, oh, there are only a couple cultists.
Yeah, I mean...
And, you know, I thought something else was going to happen. I thought, you know, maybe one of them was going to be more important than the rest, or they were going to, like, finish their ritual at some point. But usually you can tell whether or not things are going to go south.
You really can, though. Like,
but you don't know how.
Yeah, you don't know how, and you don't know to what degree.
So, depending on who this
because I don't think any of us could even slightly foresee Nigel's death.
No.
See, I actually kind of thought that Nigel would come back in this session.
Yeah, no,
I was actually kind of surprised. I was like,
I'm not that kind.
You know, it's funny because I was rooting for the idea that we'd have to wade through the tides of hell, Doom style. But for his character, it would make sense that he wouldn't want to go to hell.
Well, I mean, you also have to consider, how do we get to where he is if we even can?
Yeah.
Because he technically still has the option. He could ask the observer if he can go to the afterlife so we can find him, if that has to happen. That is an option. I don't know if he will think of it.
But the thing is I really don't want to dwell on too much about what should happen or what could happen, because ultimately, we all know at the end of the day, we're going to the general store, we're going on this challenge. Those are things that we've established. What happens in between and at those points? We know the destination, we don't know what's there.
No, of course.
Wait, we know the destination?
Yeah,
we know we're going to the general store or going to get to the necromancer. We don't know.
I was gonna say, how do we know where the necro is?
Well, what I mean is it's like you have a map, and you know where you're starting, and you can see where you're ending up, but you don't recognize that area. You don't
we don't know how we're gonna get there,
and you don't know the route, and you know where the route is, where the destination is, but you don't know what to expect when you go there and when you get there. And I think even if we did sit here and articulate all these things that would happen, even if we did say, okay, next tomorrow, this is how things are going to be. So maybe one of the people that's not here, like Tessa or Xander, could decide to do what?
You cut out for a good chunk of that.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But,
one thing that I actually forgot about, and I was looking at my notes because I was putting in the observer just as a character, because I'm trying to put all the characters in the notes because it's a lot to remember, because I'm making a billion NPCs, because I'm making the world feel like a real world. One thing, I don't know if any of you have noticed it yet. They can't complete the dragon.
Huh?
Oh yeah. they can't, because don't you need like all the things?
As far as they know, yes.
Well, you know what? To be honest, even if right now we think that's the case, like, and our characters don't, I think it's entirely possible, because we saw how strong just that guy with the one mask was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even if they weren't to have all of them, you know, that doesn't mean that they can't fuck shit up.
Oh,
and not
yeah,
only
of
that,
course.
but it's been established that there are so many other things that could fuck shit up. I mean, Ifrit.
Like there's Ifrit,
I want to keep Ifrit.
and Ifrit, I mean, depending on what happens.
I know.
And Ifrit has also hinted at other celestial spirits like Chrono. Was it Chrono or Kronos? I can't remember if I called him.
I don't.
Kronos
It
is
does.
a Titan.
It
I think
doesn't. It doesn't.
I think it was Kronos.
Kronos
But-
is a Titan.
But anyways,
That's
it's
all I
like,
know.
you know, there's so many other things that can fuck the world.
Shadow Troop.
As much like as our character's goal is to take down the dragon cult, their ultimate goal is to make sure the world doesn't get fucked. You know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's very true.
So it doesn't really matter. And I mean, we still need to take out the dragon cult anyways, if they have any of
Yeah.
the
Well,
masks.
I mean, technically we don't. That's not why our characters want to take them down at this point. At this point, our characters want to take them down because they want revenge.
Yeah, but I'm also saying, like, you know, there are a lot of different magical things that we found.
Oh yeah,
like those gems, and there's actually no reason we should have survived that fight with the dragon, I don't think, aside from the fact that we just so happen to have another crystal lying around.
I mean, technically we had it the whole time.
But
it's not really, and I know you're not trying to say like it was an asshole, it was a Deus Ex Machina that
No.
we have a crystal lying around. No, because we've had that for like, how many sessions until that happened? 3 or
I think it was in like it was the session where we got the one fucking.
It was like
the one thing.
It was like the 4th session.
It's the session where we had Jaden, where we first got Jaden.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I think that was
Yeah.
session. Was that session 4? Man, like we have been on. Like, what is this? 9, 10 sessions, and we're not even
Yeah,
like
this is
we're not even like a quarter of the way through the story.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there have also been a lot of other extra things that come up, like ultimately us going and getting to that necromancer first doesn't really have, well, as far as our characters know, and probably doesn't have anything to do with it anyways, like we're just doing that because, well, we're all doing it to beat those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And then Dacius is doing it as a mixture of things.
And
you know,
the other hope is that possibly this necromancer could get Nigel back. Maybe.
So
Nigel.
Ultimately, it doesn't directly, you know, progress our goals, but something tells me this is going to be maybe not more difficult. I'd be surprised if you could pull something out of your ass that beats our shit in more than the last 2 times. You know, fighting literal god or something. But God, that'd make it even more anime. But like, I feel like this isn't going to necessarily be more difficult, but it's going to be a lot longer of a journey.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I am planning for this because of course it seems like just a small quest, but I have plans, and if things depending on choices made, it could be a long stretch.
I mean, honestly, I kind of felt like it was going to be like that anyways, because we have to actually get to the Necromancer first.
Right.
He might not have an army, but he's obviously not nearby. Otherwise, the fucking local military would probably be worried about him.
Right,
So,
yeah.
you know,
So-
there's going to be the journey there, and he's probably going to have some weird fucking tower thing or something that we have to actually get into. It might not be a dungeon, but it's still going to be something like, oh, fuck. You know.
And at the same time, they race
Yeah, we
against
got to
this
do
other
it
party
fast.
who we hate, which I'm going to be honest, I think adding in that part is one of the smartest things because it gives, like, it's another point of motivation.
Yeah.
All of our characters hate them.
See,
Everybody.
I think one thing I find ironic is not ironic, but I think that like they're going for like I think they lost someone too. It could just be me, but like I'm thinking that they lost someone too, and that's the reason why they're taking the job.
Well, if they
Or
did
they're
that,
just
then
being asked.
okay. As much as I want to say that I don't know, I also like they wouldn't invite us to for a challenge if they cared that much. Like I'm pretty sure they think they're gonna win, right? They think it's gonna be a clean and easy victory. You know, I don't think they're going there for many other reasons than just fuck you. I mean, obviously to get money and shit, but
I love this conversation.
you know, like even though
you guys don't know how big my grin is right now.
like and I don't really think it matters all that much. Well, to the story it matters, but to our characters, I don't know if it matters too much who they're affiliated with because they're just assholes.
I want to destroy them.
Like-
so bad. I hate arrogant people. They remind me of Nick.
They remind me of Athena.
No, Athena's not arrogant.
But
No, they remind me of Nick, and I would love to slap Nick 90% of the time.
honestly, though, you've made me hate the mage more than the knight.
Oh yeah, do you want to know names? Do you want?
Yeah.
Nick is kind of
Yes.
irritating, I will say.
Yeah, that's. I mean, first off, that was the point. I meant to give everyone like, yeah, there's not as many of them as there are our party, but I still wanted to make rivals for us, and I think I did a very good job.
Yeah, I was really hoping though that like we'd get high, because that would be a bit funny if we all got really high rolls and just kicked their shit in. But at the same time, you know what? That might have been even better because then there would be an even bigger reason for them to hate us.
True.
Right.
But at the same time,
One reason they hate us.
us not kicking their shit in means that, you know, well,
They still think they're superior.
we dislike them more than they dislike us. There's more of a reason for us to try and beat them. We're not trying to kill them now. I don't know what, you know, Corey's gonna fucking pull out of his hat, his magical ass flap.
Yeah,
but,
my magical, my magical depression hole. That's what I pulled out of.
But still, our current goal for the characters, I don't think, is to kill them. As much as we dislike them, you know, what I would like to say is, in this situation, we did kind of instigate it. Because they pushed us out of the way, yeah, they were being dicks. But Lashana just fucking immediately hit the guy with a crowbar.
Well, and see, that's the, like, Dacius did have a very compelling argument. And of course, the knight was being a dick.
Yeah.
When the Adventure Guild owner came out. But if you think about it, what the knight said was not incorrect.
Yeah.
He did make it sound worse than what it really was.
Based off the what I will say is, even though, because I think our actions were somewhat justified, or at least understandable in the state that we were in.
Oh yeah,
but they wouldn't have known that.
Yeah,
you know,
like See, no, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I want to wait. I want to wait until.
Right now, there's moral ambiguity. In the future, though, I feel like it's gonna be us being better than them, but not quite in the way that we'd like it. Kind of in the same way of with that whole dragon, like, yeah, we're in the right, he's in the wrong, but I mean, we might not live that much longer to be in the right.
Mm-hmm.
With the queen, it was a bit more of like, yeah, like, she's not that bad.
Yeah.
That being said, even though, like, you did say that, she ran from whatever, the way you said it kind of made me think, even, like, in the real world, made me think, like, she doesn't sound like she's being that honest, or at the very least, she sounds like she's kind of.
I mean, you're talking about the queen, right? Like,
yeah.
The Queen Wyvern Hornet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will say the purpose of that was completely because she was supposed to be a bad, or she was supposed to be a bad. If you sided with her, which again was a choice, which I did mention before, that was a choice. You could have sided with her, and things would have been different. But yes, he would still be alive, maybe. Again, maybe.
It's like both me and Dacius were kind of thinking like, well, Dacius was also thinking like, you know what, it doesn't really matter, even if I'm in the wrong, you know, I kind of think my time is up. But yeah, she didn't sound like she was being that honest, you know.
Yeah,
she sounds like she was covering something up.
Yeah, I mean, that was mainly a trying to make her sound, because she's big and intimidating, to make her sound evil and intimidating, because more ambiguity is ambiguous. Do you want to know names, by the way? Because I named like all the characters.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go and get off of here.
Who do you? Okay. So who do you want? Like, do you want to know the 3